Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today's a very special stream. I've got this beast of a dinosaur over here, the Magnavox Odyssey 2, and for the very first time, I'm on stream. Hello. I mean, I'm not on stream, but the console is. I figured it would be important to actually show this thing because, look how fucking big it is. So, this stream's been 8 years in the making. My dad got this at a garage sale, like, 8 years ago, and I've been trying to figure out how to stream it ever since, because it's old enough that it only has RF out, you know, like a TV antenna. So, when Apex was here recently, he was kind enough to mod it to have, can I even show this? Composite out, you can see the red, yellow, white plugs up on the top there. And, that's how we're going to be streaming it today. It's like a calculator and a brick combined. I think they sold it as a computer and a video games console combined, which is kind of a unique take. That was more of a thing that was, like, big in Europe, and, ketchup mustard cables. Ketchup mustard mayonnaise cables. Because it was more like what Europeans want, it kind of sold better over in Europe and in Brazil also, but it didn't do super well in the States because its big competition, the Atari 2600, was dominating the market. So, it didn't end up with a lot of games. It ended up with about 45 games in the US. I have 22 of them here to play. Here's Alien Invaders Plus. Because I've got all the boxes and manuals and everything, this is sort of going to be, like, kind of an unboxing stream, almost, in addition to playing these games. Here's what the cartridges look like. They've got handles. Beats out the GameCube, which had a handle on the console. These have handles on the cart, so you can carry them with you wherever. Just plug them right in. Let me pull out the manual here so we can get a good look at it. Alien Invaders Plus. Everyone knows this is Space Invaders. It's just Space Invaders. We all know Space Invaders. And, always make sure the power to your Odyssey 2 console is turned on before inserting a game cartridge. Before inserting a game cartridge? Oops. I mean, it's cute. They've got little vector recreations of the sprites in here. And, it's teaching you how to use a games console as if it's your first time. Almost like a Pokemon pack opening stream. Yeah, exactly. And, look at these snakes. These are the aliens we're fighting. Some kind of, like, five-headed Hydra snake mass. Cute round screenshots. Yep, like it's a CRT. And, of course, this logo, which didn't exist recreated anywhere on the internet. I actually recreated that logo myself, from scans. And same with the Odyssey 2 logo, which, bless the people on Wikipedia, but I wasn't super satisfied with the recreation of the logo, so I recreated it from scratch. And I'll be releasing those files later. What's this other insert in here? In the box with the manual. Oh my god! I didn't know I had this! This is the owner's manual for the Odyssey 2. It's so cool because the concept of a video game was so new that the descriptions are unique. Yeah, exactly! Congratulations! Congratulations! You have just acquired the ultimate video game system! Your Odyssey 2 is even more sophisticated than most arcade games. It employs state-of-the-art electronic technology, which was unthinkable only a few years ago. Uses a tiny microprocessor, which is a miniature computer, to perform complex electronic functions formerly accomplished only by far more bulky and expensive equipment. See, it's ironic because the Atari 2600 was actually more powerful than this thing, but don't tell anyone. Your Odyssey 2 has been engineered to give you many years of fun and entertainment. It's quite simple to set up and operate, but it is very important that you read and understand the information contained in this manual first. That's also funny because this thing has survived for 50 years and still works. We only had to replace the power brick and make sure that the composite out was there. And thank you, Apex, for that, because Apex says this thing was held together with wood screws, by the way. Yeah, exactly. This thing wasn't as prone to falling apart as electronics of today are. Because they wanted to make sure everything was sturdy and actually works. Here's the big RF adapter, which I also have, but can't use that for streaming, so, you know, standard stuff. This is how you put together your console, turn it on. Push in firmly. Firmly grasp it! Do not remove or insert cartridges unless the console is turned off. That's different than what the other manual told me. What the fuck? troubleshooting, and then, look! Stock photo! They're having so much fun! Look at them! They're playing the Odyssey 2! That's gonna be me in a moment! So basically, this thing has stood the test of time far better than, say, the Atari Jaguar and its CD add-on. Exactly! A lot of physical media from the 90s starting to wear out because that's just the way of things. But this thing still works. Still works. And we will see it momentarily. Let me switch the screen over. Got this set up with a whole fancy thing. Speaking of Apex, I'm also using his jukebox to control the screens here, so thank you, Apex, for that. And let's turn this thing on. When you turn it on, it says select game, we press 0, and we begin. Hey, it didn't have these scan lines before. Everything okay over here? Let me double check the, retro tank real quick. Let's see. This should be better. Yeah. No? Weird. Whatever. You can see it. So, it's Space Invaders. We all know Space Invaders, as mentioned. And the Invaders is just Space Invaders. The trick with this one is that when you get hit, you actually get out of your machine and you take one of your shields and turn it into another ship. So, there's a little more leeway there, but, they also have shields. It's those green things, and I can't shoot those. And so it's really hard to shoot everything behind those shields, especially when they're constantly shooting at you. Like that. Like, okay. God damn it. I didn't even get to use my other shields, whatever. I find that this version of Space Invaders, I mean Alien Invaders Plus, is actually a lot harder than what I was told Space Invaders would be like, because I haven't actually played Space Invaders. Don't tell anyone. God damn it, I just pulled my shield out and they shot me. Like, it's not extremely fair. We hadn't figured that out yet, I don't think. I mean, it's not unfair, but it's also, like... I think of this as, like, if Space Invaders had a Lost Levels, and this is the first Space Invaders I'm playing. It's like, if you started with Mario Lost Levels and you were like, yeah, this is unfair, Mario sucks. God... I know they fire in routine patterns, and I just have to get the timing down. It's just, oops. They didn't know how to make good games yet, says Faye. Yeah, correct. And now I can't do anything, by the way, because, I don't have a ship. There are no other blocks to pick up, so, oops. I guess I'm dead. I still have not won a single round of this successfully. They're spawn camping me. This is what state-of-the-art, computer graphics looks like, by the way. Ow. Ow. I didn't even get over there. Give you such a chunky-ass hitbox. Yeah, it's probably just exactly the same size as the sprite. Bounds. And I mean, that's how you had to do things, I'm sure. How are you supposed to hit those with the shield in the way? I guess you're not. Now, you've seen me play Galaga on the New Year streams, right? You know I'm generally pretty decent at these kind of games. This one just, it sucks a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. It just... Good God. Now, in fairness to any, 50 or 60-year-olds in the audience who had one of these growing up, because this thing's nearly 50 years old, Jesus Christ, I'm a Zillennial. I've played modern video games. I don't always have the patience for games this old, especially when they want to kill me this bad. Jesus. Love that the infantry only have 2 possible positions. Yeah, it's like the wave patterns that I think they made in Space Invaders is significantly less. It's trying to replicate that effect, it's not doing a great job. Cute that there's no system for lives or score, it's only keeping track of how many times you lost and presumably wins. Yeah, you're trying to beat the computer. The Odyssey has a superscript 2 in the name, like the PC Engine CD-ROM squared, which is pronounced CD-ROM-ROM. The Magnavox Odyssey, so true. But no, it's the Odyssey 2. I mean, are you gonna call it anything else? Can I win one round of this? Like, ever? No? Once you run out of shields, the guy comes down and starts attacking you, and that's some surprisingly, like, smooth sprite animations for this early in the gaming... Ow. The home console gaming sphere, by the way. Okay, I've had enough of Alien Invaders. I'd like to move on now, thank you. Pull it out with the handle. Gonna put this one down and pull out our next game. So this one is a hybrid cart. It's Armored Encounter and Sub-Chase. This game probably cost so much money when adjusted for inflation, I don't know if I would have gotten into video games as a kid. See, here's the thing. Some of them still have their price stickers from when they were sold at Sears or whatever. $30 a cart. Now, I know video games these days are reaching $70 and $80, and that's rough, but I think these were $70 and $80 adjusted for inflation. Like, Christ alive. Here's our manual. We've got 2 games. One is a 2-player only game, so I'm gonna do my best to pretend that I'm both players. This one's got tanks. And it has tank controls, oh boy. You can use guided missiles? You can even arm the tanks with guided missiles. Control the missile by turning the joystick. Wow. Alright. And then Sub-Chase, which is also 2 players. Oh boy, I'm gonna be using 2 controllers at the same time. Enjoy. Is this asymmetric multiplayer? One person is an airplane, and the other person is the submarine. No way! That's fucking awesome! I mean, it's more or less the same, and the divider is across the middle of the screen here. You more or less do the same actions and everything, but still! That's fucking cool as hell! Press A for that, and 1 for the other. Okay, that's slightly bizarre. So, before I insert the cartridge here, I want to show you what happens if you play it without a cartridge inserted. I love random memory! Alright, let's get a cart in this thing. I need to figure out what's going on with the video signal. Let me fiddle with that real quick. I think it fucked up when I moved to the thing. Ugh! Graphics. I think you get a slightly different screen depending on which game you just played, so let me see if that works. So this screen is fine and doesn't have the waves on it, and then if I press A to start this game, the waves are less. Oh my god, I move so slow. Oh my god. But hey, they turn! They have sprites for rotations. Oh my. Full 360 movement. Almost. The controller is kind of ass. Watch me press the button and nothing happens. It's not just because it's old. The stick also feels like it should be analog. It isn't. It is fully 8-way digital, and you just have to be really precise with pressing it. It's not amazing to control. They hadn't figured out controllers yet either, but God bless them, they were working on it. You can only have 1 bullet at a time, which makes sense. Let's see if I can shoot myself. Get in there. Boom! GG easy. Alright, what happens if I press... Let me check the controls here. Please enjoy the soothing sounds of burp, 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 burp. Okay, so I need to reset, and then we press D. No. I reset, and then we press... L. There we go, now we've got a real battlefield here. And this has guided missiles, which means I can move them around by moving the joystick a little bit. It's a little tough. I'm assuming I can't hit the X's. Well, now I know. As if I didn't already. Yeah, you can see it slightly turns the missile when I, rotate myself. I like how it rotates both you and the missile at the same time. Gotta love a console game with arcane keyboard shortcuts. I mean, the manual tells you these things, so I'm really, really glad I got the manuals with all these games. Let me get over there. I wanna do a trick shot. I wanna do a trick shot. Oh, not quite, not quite. Let's see. How do I get a trick shot? Maybe if I start from... Tank controls are not my forte. Let's start from here, and then... Need to back up a bit. Oh my god. I'm gonna McFucking lose it, chat. I'm gonna lose it. How the fuck do I play this game? Guided missiles suck. No, I got this. Watch this. No, not quite. Almost. I wonder if they go through the X's. I suppose we're about to figure out. Guided missiles in theory, yes! Got him! Trick shot! Okay, that's enough of that noise, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Sensory break. Whew. Alright, so for the other one, we press 1 to start sub-chase. So I'm yellow on the bottom. I'm moving up and down, and I can speed up or slow down. But we are constantly passing each other. And have to aim up, and we also have guided missiles, it appears. Wow, okay. Kinda hard to hit each other like this. I'm trying to hit the green plane, which I can also control with the other stick here. So let's see, I'm yellow, I'm trying to hit green. Let's see if I can figure this out. Got him! Not bad, not bad. Let's try it the other way. So as mentioned, it's kind of trying to do an asymmetric multiplayer thing here, even though it's very, very similar for both players. One's up in the air and one's in the water. It's really, really cute. Don't hit red. The shot sounds are different. Yep, that's true. We're gonna speed up. Where'd I go? Just disappeared for a moment. Alright. And I guess whoever has the most points after 3 minutes is the winner. There we go. Yeah, these are cute little games so far. I can see how you'd have some fun with this back in the day. The scan lines are still going. Let me see if I can fix that. Epilepsy warning, you're gonna see some real shit on the screen for a moment. That fixed it a little bit. No, they're back. Like, immediately. Oh! Come on, buddy. There we go, it needed a better, connection to the console. I bumped it when I was putting it back down, that's what happened. Nope. God damn. I rotate it. Now, I was not having this problem for any of the tests earlier, by the way. So I think we're just gonna kind of have to live with it. My apologies. Well, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. There are a lot of people here. I haven't been able to shout out everybody individually like I usually do, but I'm happy to see you all, happy to see so many familiar faces in chat. And, we're gonna keep going with the next game. I wanna know what the, random memory screen looks like for this game. Pretty similar to the one we were playing earlier, actually. It probably just randomly corrupts a bit more and more with each game. So we'll go, like, a few more games and see what that looks like. For now, though, let's move on to our next game. I think the scan lines look kind of cool, at least for that game. Yeah, I don't think it looks terrible. It's a little distracting, that's really all it is. And like me and Apex said, this did not happen earlier, so I have no idea what's going on. We've got baseball. Look at those graphics. It's coming out of the box. It's like it's gonna jump out of the TV and hit me in real life. Please don't hit me with a baseball. That was one of my biggest fears as a kid. It's all here, even an electronic umpire. They really wanted to throw down with, like, the realism of everything. Like, this is the most realistic baseball you can buy for the computers! So, we've got all of the, baseball players. We've got left field, center field, right field. We've got the shortstop. We've got the long stop. We've got first base, second base, third base, fourth base, fifth base, sixth base, seventh base, eighth base, ninth base, and of course the quarterback. And the nickelback, and the dimeback. What else we got? Is this another two-player game? I'm a little worried this is... Yeah, it is a two-player game, so I have to play both. That's awesome. And the photograph, of course. It's just a realistic baseball photograph. Like, this is what you're gonna see. This is what you're gonna see in a moment. It's gonna look this good. Of course. Batter and base runner, and then you can curve the pitch. That's neat. Throw to first, second, third, and home. Then it's just baseball after that. Yeah, alright. Let me plug it in and let's see what it looks like. It's gonna look so realistic. It's gonna look like MLB The Show on Nintendo Switch. Maybe. Oops. That's the random memory corruption screen. Uh-oh. Oh! Get in there. See? Oh, Jesus! Nope, we don't want that. Oh, boy. You didn't mention we get corruptions today. Yeah, this is why we're looking at it. It's hardware corruptions. You can see that I can, twist the yellow knob on the back to make the graphics look worse. Nope, that's still not working. Now, I did not test all of these games, though I'm reasonably certain they all work. But I didn't test them because I wanted my first impressions to be real and genuine and... fuck. Huh. What happens if I do this? There we go! I have to tilt the cartridge in there, that sucks. Whatever. Begin! I did it! I'm out! I fucking hit myself out. That's fucking awesome. Let's see, I'm gonna play as the pitcher a bit. We can curve it. We can probably curve it over the, like, past the plate so that it gives us a ball instead. Oh, on the outfielders. Okay, let's throw the ball. Woo! Too curved. Yep, that's a ball. This is a soccer field. Nuh-uh, this is definitely baseball. You know what baseball looks like. Looks like, little red guys. Have you noticed this is the same sprites as the other games we played so far? Huh. Whee! Yep, that one's a strike. Alright. So we're gonna start hitting the ball for... I'm gonna play as the batter. Flashbacks to the toy baseball incident. Pitch. Now, if only pressing the buttons fucking worked. So is this that off game everyone's talking about? Yeah, I'm the batter. And I participate in RPG battles where we take turns throwing the ball. That's off, right? Okay, so if you were playing this two-player, you would get to control all the outfielders and have to throw the ball to catch the person running across the field and blah, blah, blah. Since I'm playing this one player, two controllers, we're having a little bit of trouble here, making it look like a real game of baseball, but we can at least pretend. They only had so many pixels to work with. It's true. They're trying their best. Let's see if we can go for a, controlling outfielders like foosball. Yeah, for real. It's a good comparison. Let's see if I can hit the ball again and maybe get a home run. Not like that. Oh! We're switching. Alright, so... Now red is up to bat and blue is pitching. Still pick up the ball. I tried to run the runner up to second base who already had the ball. Alright. So this game lets you fail on purpose. That's awesome. The running sound is truly ear-defiling. My apologies. I tried to balance the sound as best as I could, but you can only do so much for a console's noise channel. Throw the ball. Curve it. Catch. Yep, it's baseball. You know baseball. And, doesn't that just make you want to go to a real baseball game? Like, you can... practically can't even tell the difference between these shots. Like, damn. So who's on first? Not me. We're done here. Oh, that's baseball. Come on. I forgot this would involve a lot of physical, like, moving around and throwing parts around and shit. What do we got next? We've got Blockout and Breakdown, not to be confused with Breakout and Blockdown? But the blocks are practically jumping out of the screen. I've drawn shit like this in real life with, like, graph paper and shit. So the card actually says, I'm realizing, for Blockout you press 0 then 1, and for Breakdown you press 0 then 2. That's weird. Did you ever draw mazes like this? A few. I never got ones quite like that, but I did a few isometric shaped mazes that were in 3D with pipes. Look at that artwork. God damn if that's not of its time period. Also, there are people in the blocks? What's going on here? Blockout and Breakdown will all be alternately displayed on your TV screen. Blast through the blocks in the barricade in the shortest amount of time. You play against another player. Alright, alright. For some reason, there are demons in the barricades. This is a demon. This is not a baseball player. This is a demon. Power bar. Barricades. For Blockout, press 1. For Breakout, press 2. For Ending the Suffering, press the power button. Hey, the league allows demons to play. Be nice. Prior to controlling a power bar, press the action button to bring a blockbuster into play. The blockbuster will always come in from a random direction. When the blockbuster hits the power bar, it will rebound into the fourth dimensional barricade. Can you speak normal? Can you speak normal for a moment? Each time the blockbuster hits the barricade, a block in the barricade will disintegrate. And the webcam is having a little trouble here. Give it a moment. Test 1, 2. Yeah, we're back. All right. So webcam freezing. It's unfreezing now, hopefully. If the blockbuster hits the left side of the power bar, it will rebound to the left side of the... Can we just play the game? I think we should just play the game. So we're going to play Blockout first. Switch screens again. 0. So this is what Blockout looks like. It's being computer played right now. It's Breakout, but there's demons in the walls for some reason. Oh, they go and fix the walls. That's what's going on. Okay. And then this is Breakdown, which... Oh my. I see the Tetris player is at a disadvantage with this one. Okay, so we're gonna play this one, since it seems the more interesting. That's not what I want to do. do this. So left-hand control controls the paddle. There we go. And the computer is playing as the demons, I think. Assuming I have this right. Yes. Jesus, that goes fast. Are the demons supposed to be like Maxwell's demons? I think the demons are supposed to be like the layers of Dante's Inferno. Like, we got 4 of them here. I think they only had room on the screen and budget for 4 layers out of the 7 or 12 or however many it is. Can I stop dropping the ball? You know in Ice Climber, those little creatures that fill in the blocks, when you've hit them? It feels like that. Can I hit the demon back? Oh, Jesus. This goes fast. They got Limbo, Lust, Greed, and Gluttony. There you go. This sure is, like, a weird version of Breakout if I've ever seen one. What's the 4th dimensional space they were talking about, anyway? Is that what those falling things are on the left and right side? Do you think the ball can wrap around or some shit? Bye. He just walked off. I didn't do anything, he just walked off. Oh, I am now playing as the other. Huh. So you hold down to move the lower one left and right. You hold up to move the upper one left and right. You move left and right to move the regular one left and right, and you hold the action button to move the top one left and right. What the fuck are these controls? You sure? Sure, buddy. So I'm playing as the demons right now, just to be clear. The computer player took over the paddle, who is now red, because that's the face of evil. It's the color of evil. How do you fix up the fucking blocks? Huh. Well, all my demons are dead. And they got it back there, so they win. Alright. That's enough of that. Let's try the other one. Let's do, Breakdown. I am once again going to be the paddle. And, no. I'm going to be the paddle. We need to reset. Here we go. So this one's a bit of a power trip. Like, the paddle now is more broken than before, as if the paddle wasn't broken enough. And, yeah. I think I'm just moving the controller around and things are happening on the screen. Like, is this a video game? Are there rules? I think there's rules. Like, I don't want to be mean to this because it's cool and ahead of its time and all that, but, I'm kind of just destroying a bunch of blocks. And it's, it feels like one of those, rage rooms. This is the power trip version of the game. They still make games where you just push buttons and destroy a bunch of blocks. It is true! But this is possibly the most video game I've ever seen. Whee! Just going to try and protect my people. Okay, so when I'm flashing red, that means I can place a block again. And when I'm not flashing red, I can walk right off of my platform. And the computer player won, so whatever. Demons flash red when they touch the sides, which lets them place one block. Oh, I didn't even notice it was requiring you to touch the side. That's even better, thank you. Thank you for the help. I can't go to the side now. Jesus Christ. That one's indecipherable. Oh boy. Oh, boy. And then the Atari 2600 just had normal breakout, of course. Put this back. Alright. Now we have... Computer golf! It's better than real golf! It's got 9 holes! It's probably like mini golf, isn't it? Let's figure out. Come on. Come on. Manuel's having a hard time with this one. Let's see here. Computer golf, a 9-hole, par 36 electronic golf course for 1 to 4 players. Realistic electronic golfers hit long drives and fairway shots. They pitch and chip up to the green. Suddenly, the screen changes automatically to show a close-up of the green itself. Putt out, then go on to a new hole with a different layout and challenge. This is a remarkably complete electronic simulation. You really walk the course and have true control over backswing, distance, and direction. Hit into the trees and your electronic golfer will pound the ground with a club and spout some extremely colorful electronic language. Digital scoring! Sync sound action! We ran out of space to put more words, so we're gonna throw a bunch of marketing materials! Yeah, alright. I love this marketing, it's so silly. Ugh. What have we got here in the manual? I wonder if they'll have another realistic picture of golfing. So it kind of looks like mini golf, but apparently it plays like regular golf. Press 1 for one player. Thank goodness, I can just play this myself. Look at these graphics! Have you ever seen so many pixels in one place? Toy golf. That's true, it is toy golf. A drive into the trees will elicit a very human reaction from the electronic golfers. They really want me to fuck up on purpose. They really, really want me to fuck up on purpose. No realistic golf pictures, but they do have pictures of all the courses, and a picture of the close-up of the green. So that's cute. Actually, it is extremely realistic. That's just what golfing looked like back in the day. Yeah, there was the era where everything was in black and white, and then they got sepia, and then everything was in color, but it was all pixelated for a really long time. My parents tell me about this all the time. It was a lot to live with. Let's begin. 1 player. There we go. I have to walk up to the golf ball. There we go. And, hit it with a certain amount of force? Jesus. I'm trying my best here, okay? There we go. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh my god, this is so slow! Realistic computer simulation is so fucking slow! Oh my god! Let's see if we can hit it into the tree. I hit it OB. That's something. Look at these graphics! Whoa, graphics! I'm not getting out of this hole in the wall, am I? Oh look, I can just go off the top of the screen and wrap around. That's cute. How the fuck do I aim? Oh, that counted as a hit. Nice. How the fuck do I get out of here? Maybe like this? Wrong way! Okay, I'm back on the fairway. That's at least a good start. Go, my minions! This is ridiculous. And now we go on to the green itself. Behold! The hole! Okay, I think I'm slowly figuring out how this works. where you are around the ball will automatically make it aim your shot. Epic says, nice on! Thanks, I wouldn't call it nice. But I appreciate that y'all believe in me. Get in there. 14! Fucking 10 over! Okay, we have to hit a tree. The manual was talking up the idea that you could hit a tree, so we've got to try that. Maybe. Wrong fucking way! How the fuck are you supposed to control this? The up-down is the thing that I think is getting me the most. I kind of figured out this is not where I want to aim this. Kind of figured out left and right here. That's also not where I want to aim this. What the fuck? But up-down is, killing me here. There we go. Wow, you've got so many points! You go for a high score in golf, right? Oh, of course, of course. Just watch the number go up and, golf clap every time that it goes higher. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, I think I'm figuring this out a little bit. Maybe. So if I'm on the right side, it will hit it to the left. Nice off! Yay, OB again. Come on, hit it in the tree. Let's hit it in the tree. That's the wrong way, but whatever. We take those. I wasn't even trying. I was trying to hit the tree, and it ended up going the opposite fucking direction! This sucks. Like, all offense to the developers, but this sucks. I don't actually know how to hit into the fucking green. Oh, that counted? Oh, thank God. Get in there. 25! Oh, that's my total score. Okay, that was 25 shots for that. Can you imagine? Hit a tree, come on. I can't even hit a tree when I'm fucking trying. We have to hear the colorful language. Tell me it's like Peach at the beginning of Superstar Saga with the fucking bombs and shit. Tell me it's like Q*bert. Hit the tree. Yes! Yeah, whack that golf club! You're better than this! You can play games better than this! Oh my God. Can I get on the green? No. I've clipped into the tree. I cannot get on the green because I've clipped into the fucking tree. Oh my God, I love video games so much. Imagine paying $30 in 1980s money for this. A lot of people did. A lot of people did. See, I think I have to be over here in order for the club to be aimed in the right place. This sucks. It's really cute. I'll give it that. It also, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I think so too. We're done here. Christ. Realistic. Kinda looks like Bit Trip Runner when the club is fully up. Yeah. I mean, I think Commander Video was based on sprites of that era anyway, so it only makes sense. Okay, so what do we got next? Dynasty! Computerized descendant of the ancient Chinese strategy game of Go! Uh-oh. Chat, I don't know how to play Go. Oh boy. Wait a fucking minute. Okay, so the cart says this one actually has 2 games. It's got Dynasty and Directional Dynasty. God help me. You think this thing has a Go AI in it? Or is it just going to be 2 players so they could get around having to simulate playing Go against a human? Do you want the short version? Is there a short version? No, you can play it with 1 or 2 players, so that's great. I get to play it against the computer. That's awesome. Press 2 if you are playing on black and white TV. Yeah, alright. There's yes and no on this thing? Oh, look at that. Input, yes and no. Alright. Basic rules are shorter than those of chess. Doubt. Wait a second. Wait a second. We're gonna try something here. I had an idea. Okay, so we're gonna press 1 to start, and we're gonna press no and oh. Damn, I think I have to play this no matter what. Yeah, okay, I have to play. Damn. I mean, I've always been under the impression that it plays a little bit like Reverse Eye, but I don't know the specifics of how it doesn't. Like, it should have captured that if this was Reverse Eye, but it didn't, so I don't actually know the specifics of any of this. Doesn't play like Reverse Eye at all. That's awesome! Why do I now have a second cursor? The fuck? Speaking of Go, when I was documenting unreleased games on the NEC Retro, I read up in old magazines that Home Data tried to make a Go game for the PC Engine, but canceled it due to struggling to program the AI. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of shocked that this has AI, like, at all. Object of the game is to occupy as much of the matrix as possible. The game begins with 2 armies of each color. Game ends when the board is filled or when neither player can enter or move and capture an opposing army. Player with the most armies on the matrix is the winner. Every entry must satisfy 2 conditions. An army must always be placed next to an opponent's army. 1 or more of the opposing armies must be trapped by the newly entered army and another army of the same color. The trapped armies will automatically change to the conqueror's color. If these conditions cannot be met, there will be an audio signal and the player loses a turn. There's going to capture more than 1 army in different directions of the same move. Any horizontal, vertical, or diagonal straight line. Corners are the most important strategic positions, probably for the same reason as Reverse Eye, because you can't capture anything that's in the corners. Directional Dynasty, since there's a different game here, the distinct difference is that players cannot capture armies in more than 1 direction on the same move. You must choose which direction that you select. So you can capture either this or this, but not both on the same turn. That's Directional Dynasty for you. This doesn't seem to be Go. It's like a middle ground between Go and Reverse Eye. Yeah, it's bad Reverse Eye. Okay, well, bizarre. Because I'm trying to play it like Reverse Eye, and it's not working like I expect it to. So, speaking of which, we're going to capture... Wait, I'm red. We're going to capture this, which does not capture the green. Oh, wait, yes, it does. I may have accidentally chosen Directional Reverse Eye, and that's what that extra cursor is about. Okay, I'm getting something. That's a really bad move. I should not do that. I never was particularly great at this, to be clear. Yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah, I chose directional by accident. Oh well. Which I've always known as Othello for whatever reason. I mean, they're the same game. There we go. Well, I've got most of the board for now, but something tells me it's not going to stay that way forever. So I must capture something, right? I'm running out of possibilities. And that kind of scares me because I know exactly what the computer is about to do. So once told Othello was go, I did not know it was not until right now. Yeah, it is apparently not the same game. I've played both, technically. I played the version of Go that's in Tetris Forever, didn't understand what I was doing, turned it off, pretended I didn't do that. This is the first time I'm acknowledging that I actually did that. Sir, that was not your best move by a long shot. Yeah, there we go. That's more what I expected. Okay. How are we gonna dig our way out of this? Okay, so which direction am I choosing here? We're gonna snipe this one. Yeah, of course. Mario Odyssey 2. Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here. Hey, good to see you! Go is one of those where you learn the rules in like 2 minutes and then spend 80 years actually learning to play. Yeah, and this is not that. So if I play this, I can pick multiple directions, and I think what I'm going to choose is this. That was a bad idea. As mentioned, I never was particularly good at this. What is this video experience we were seeing? It's not Go. It's called Dynasty, it pretends to be Go, but it's actually reverse side. Or Othello, or whatever you call it. There we go. That feels better. Get this. I mean, I'm winning. No, I'm not. Never mind. I could win if I played my cards right. However, I most likely won't. So basically anything I play here, I'm fucked. That's what we've learned today. We're gonna do this. Oh, my opponent can't play anything right now. We're gonna go with this one. My opponent still can't play anything. Grab this one. They can only take one. Can't take that one. There we go. What's my best play here? Get to go again. Am I red or green? I'm red. The opponent is green. I'm gonna bait the computer into hitting this corner so that I can take this one without any trouble. There we go. Wow! I actually won a game of Othello reverse side, not Go. Incredible. far better than I can do in Clubhouse games. All right, now that we've played a couple games, let's see what it looks like when I turn on the console without a game inside. Yeah, look at those graphics! Look at all those random graphics from all the games we played so far. Doesn't it look gorgeous? No. I can't believe I accidentally chose Directional Dynasty. Like, come on. At least that's a game I understand and not Go. Raw memory. Crunchy. Let's see. Football. We got football! Who wants to play football? Look at them, they're practically jumping out of the box art. Do you have basic for the Odyssey 2? Unfortunately, I don't. Most of what I have are the video games, and sadly... Oh, no. Oh, no. This one doesn't have the manual. Shit. Oh, no! Get a scoregami in football? You wish. Let's see here. Football! All the pro action! Why is that one word? No wonder I accidentally misread it as prostate. You captain a team of realistic electronic superstars. Call the signals. Drop back into the pocket and pass. Run for the yardage. Or try for a field goal. There's a full complement of offensive and defensive play options, including widely varying running and passing situations. Just about anything is possible, including interceptions. Unique on-screen electronic sensors automate play action. The defensive linemen automatically follow the ball. On-screen digital readouts count down the clock and show the score. Full sync sound! An electronic crowd cheers. The whistle blows after each play. A triumphant bugle sounds charge after every touchdown. Odyssey 2 football has everything except instant replays. You'll never see the same thing twice. 2 players. I only have 1 player, and 2 hands, and 2 controllers. Oh boy. Well, press 1. I love noises. Okay, so which one am I? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, throw the ball. No, that was an interception. No! I intercepted myself! Fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god. God help me. God help me. Fuck. Okay, well, at least Blue ran a few lines. I'm playing with both of these, by the way. This is a 2-player only game. Like! Come on, run it in. Run it in. Run it in. We're gonna get right in there. We're gonna get right in there. Touchdown? Okay, so you have to hit all the way at the end. Sure. No field goals? Alright, well, fair enough. Tackle! What they don't have is realistic tackle animations. They should have had some of those. Noise channel is illegal now. You know, I wish I could read the manual, because it would probably tell me how to pick which plays I'm playing. Which I don't think I can. Sadly. Alright. 3rd down. Gotta run it past the 10. There we go. Could find an online manual. Yeah, I could. It's the 4th down! I think. I can't tell what's going on. I'm running around. Touchdown! Those were some fucking graphics. It's not very fun playing a 2-player game by yourself, and I'm noticing a lot of these games don't have an AI to play against. You have to play them 2 players, which, you know, fine. If you have another person in the house, or on stream. I don't have that luxury right now because I barely have enough space for myself. Here we've got a Challenger Series game. Freedom Fighters! This one has expanded memory. Rescue prisoners of the pulsars from deep space confinement crystals. I tried playing this one earlier and it was incomprehensible. Also, this one's got a little broken part of the handle on the cartridge here, unfortunately. My apologies for the camera not autofocusing correctly. I'm trying my best here. This is my first time I'm using a camera on the stream. Like, ever. Oh, this is a thick manual. It's got several pages. What's going on here? Attack mode, 2-player version. We're not going to be playing the 2-player version. Player 1 is the pilot and player 2 is the co-pilot. Interesting. So for this one, you are playing cooperatively. Ship can maneuver across the entire screen during conventional space drive. Yeah, it plays a little bit like Space Harrier in that it scrolls left and right endlessly. Player 2 uses the right-hand control, which activates your ship's hyperspace drive system. My bad. Move the joystick to the left or right depending on the direction you wish to warp through hyperspace. Your ship will remain in the same vertical plane. Alright. We're not playing the 2-player version anyway. Starship approaching confinement crystal. Disintegrates on contact. I was noticing also when I played this that I couldn't figure out how to shoot. I have to know how to shoot. Look at that. That doesn't look like a computer graphics. That looks like a vector. How could they get that on the screen? Invasion mode, 2-player version. Solo combat, there we go. Play using the left-hand control for conventional space drive or the right-hand control for hyper... They want me to use both controllers in 1-player mode. You've got to be shitting me. Okay, so how do I shoot? That's what I need to know. That's what I was having trouble figuring out before. Where's the shoot button? I must know how to shoot. Where's the action button to fire a laser cannon? Fuck you! Alright, well, let's give it a shot. Nope. Let's give it a shot anyway. Double check the menu commands here. Press 1. Okay. Whee! Okay, so hyperspace movement makes the screen scroll, but conventional movement does not. Oh, and I can shoot now, of course. What wasn't working before suddenly works again, thank God. So I think I like this version better, where you are using the hyperdrive to... die repeatedly. So one thing I noticed with this game is that you can punch in numbers on the numeric keypad, and they show up at the bottom here. But I don't know if they fucking do anything. And I don't know if the manual is going to tell me either. I'm just gonna let myself die over and over again while I figure out if the numbers on the bottom do anything. Manual does not say in a quick read, so we're gonna reset and do this again. God. What's this game called? I'm curious and I want to look it up. It's called Freedom Fighters! A fun thing about the Odyssey 2 is that every single game released in the US, or almost every single game, ends with an exclamation mark, cause it's cool! Dying is fucking cool as hell! Well, this is the most impressive game of the night so far. You can at least scroll the screen, and there's stuff going on and you can shoot. You can also die instantly if you're really fucking bad at video games. Kirby, for the love of God. There. I know what I'm about on this stream. I know what I'm about. Boobs? Okay, can I, like, make any progress of any kind in this? I'm sure you can do something in this game. I'm sure you can do something that isn't die over and over again. It's a high score name entry? Okay, that makes sense. God damn it. Don't know why it accepts numbers. In case you have a number in your name, I guess. Do letters work too? I guess they do. Let's see. I'm going to die again. I'm not going to type penis, however... It's not letting me, like, reset or anything. I'm gonna have to, like, play until it resets the thing itself. There we go. I will not type penis, however. Penis! I got pink. The screen flashed pink. I'm winning. Seriously. Dying is so fucking easy. It's so fucking easy. The dreaded level red, where you will face the cone. Jesus Christ. This is not a very good demonstration of what could have been the system's best game. Like, it really feels better than the rest of them. It feels more complete and polished. In fact, curious. 1982 was one of the last ones released. I think it went up to 83 before it went kaput. It's released 2 years after Pac-Man. That's as much as I can stand to that, I think. It's a really neat game, though. Oh! Yeah, there aren't a lot of games that released after Pac-Man, you know? I'm obviously kidding, Jesus Christ. Wait a fucking minute. So, on the side of every one of these boxes next to the manual is this spot here with this, like, rainbow text talking about every single game you can get, including an introduction to computer programming. Which, unfortunately, I don't have that one. But, this one's crossed off. Like, it's just blank. They want you to forget this one exists. Looking closely, it is Casey Munchkin, which I also don't have. However, I have the sequel, Casey's Krazy Chase. Oh, look! That game's next! How terribly convenient. $30. In 1982 money. Hubert? I don't know. I think this plays more like Pac-Man. I know they actually, overseas, they released a Hubert cartridge for, overseas it was called the Philips Video Pack 7000, which is the most European name I could possibly think of for this thing. But they, Parker Brothers did actually make a handful of games, and 2 of them were Frogger and Hubert. So, that did actually exist for the system, and I think this was just their take on Pac-Man. I think that's what's going on here. You can see the maze lines and everything. Casey's Krazy Chase, starring Casey Munchkin. In this episode, our hero confronts the dreaded tree-eating Dratapillars of Venus. This is also another post-Pac game, it's true. 1982. Look at the Dratapillar. What is this, like Snake? Press 0, the screen will display Casey Munchkin, the dreaded Dratapillar, and 2 of Dratapillar's dreadful drats. What the fuck am I reading out loud? Casey Munchkin is activated by the left-hand control. She Caseying on my Venus till I Munchkin. There's gotta be a better way to make that joke. This is the joystick to control KC, which is the little blue alien-looking thingy. KC going off one edge of the screen, re-enters from the other side. Yeah, it's Pac-Man. It's a maze game, you know. The head of the dreaded Dratapillar is so ferocious it is only safe to attack it from the butt. When Casey munches out a segment of the Dratapillar's butt, the Drats will turn white with fright and be stopped in their tracks if Casey can catch them. So, eat the Dratapillar's butt to get the power to eat the minions. When Drat stops spinning and recovers its original color, it will return to the chase. Dratapillar's head is always a threat to Casey, no matter how few of the Dratapillar segments are left. For some reason, I thought you'd be playing as a little Kiki-looking guy. I mean, yeah, he's a cute little fella. But no, you gotta play as the blue Pac-Man-looking fella. This reminds me of the, this genuinely reminds me of the, Ghost Trains in, Pac-Man Championship Edition. Scoring for a tree? This is what they could do in a Pac-Man Metroidvania. Oh, of course, of course. That's definitely what's going on here. Press 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 to go to one of the 5 different standard mazes. And then you can create your own mazes and store them, I think. No, you can't store them. You can just play them. Yeah, that's really cool. The fact that this console has a complete keyboard on it is hilarious. It was a computer video game hybrid is what they wanted to refer to it as. Sorry for bumping the camera. This is just telling you how to use the level editor. Oh my god, look at these graphics! Look at that! Oh my god, he's going so fast, they're going zoom! Look at those zoom lines! That's the technical name for this graphic design, is zoom lines. Does that make it one of the first level editors in gaming? Definitely one of the first. I couldn't tell you if it's the first. That was not particularly common in those days, so that's actually really fucking cool. Alright, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Couldn't even fucking play before I died. Oh, shit! Okay, I'm left-hand control. I'm eating trees. He's eating trees, twos. So the red thing is a drat. I have eaten some segments of the funny. The head is... killed me. God damn it. I love eating trees. Die, drat. Die. Okay, so the spinning effect on the sprite actually looks really nice. The drats, in particular, not Casey's. Casey's is very silly, but it doesn't look nice. That genuinely looks like it's spinning, which is really cool. So this is the most impressive game of the night so far. This actually feels like a video game, and you can play it, and it does what it's supposed to, and doesn't immediately kill you. I say as it immediately kills me. Blue guy that spins around? Sonic? Oh no, this was a good, 10 years before Sonic was even conceptualized. Oh, Jesus Christ. The joystick continues to be very frustrating and annoying to use because it feels very analog in how you have to really push the stick, but it's not analog at all. It actually is very, very digital, and you have to push it nearly all the way in order to even move a little bit, so, a little frustrating to use. They still haven't figured out controllers yet, but that's fine. Jesus Christ. There we go. Spin! So how do I kill the Dratapillar? That's what I want to know. Can you pause? Ah, whatever. The question marks are once again for putting in your name. Back up, back up. There's backspace on this thing. Does it have a backspace? Yeah, whatever. So this is maze 0, there are other mazes. Let's try another maze. Alright. Looking at the manual, sorry. Reset. Maze 1. The other one was maze 0. This one's a little easier to get around. Is this the fucking Twitch logo? Jesus Christ, this guy just spins endlessly. Chomp, 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 chomp. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Spin! Yep, this sure is a video game if I've ever seen a video game. I win! I ate all the segments! This game needs a retro revival. Yeah, a, Casey's Krazy Chase Championship Edition would actually go hard. Something I learned when I was researching this is that, like I said, one of the places that the, Odyssey 2 did really well is, Brazil. And apparently they actually had tournaments for this game in particular over in Brazil, according to Wikipedia. Chompity chomp chomp chomp. Did I miss anything crazy? No, but you are seeing the best game of the night by a long shot. There we go. Yeah, seems like the goal is just to eat all the segments and it maybe gets faster as you go or something. This is a really good game, yeah. I'm quite enjoying this one. It's also moderately sonically pleasant, like Hylian says, which is hugely impressive for a console like this. I still think this looks like the Twitch logo. So they stay spinning for quite a while, and, that means you can't, like... You can't farm them very easily, which I think is good game design. You have to wait to grab the next dots in order to actually hit the drats. Ow. It's not actually limited levels. It's limited to 8.5 times 10 to the 37. My goodness, how could they lie to me? Why don't we try the level editor, actually? Let me double check this. Oh, here's an interesting thing. So we've got full sync sound again, as it says, which is one of the weirdest ways of describing it. Full sync sound action, plus speech, if played through the Voice of Odyssey 2. So the Voice of Odyssey 2 is an add-on that would have gone right here, like the, you know, like the 32X or Sega CD or whatever. And then the cartridge would have gone in the top, like a good old Tower of Power. And it would have played synthesized voices. For compatible cartridges, though you don't need it to play any cartridge that can use it, which I think is a really good design decision, because that means we could actually play Casey's Krazy Chase. But this is a voice-enhanced game, and it would have voices if I had the voice, but the voice is $100, and it cost $100 back in the day when it came out, so not happening. So let's see, in order to make a maze, we have to press P. P stands for program. Seriously. Casey's Krazy Chase is now in the programming mode. So we're gonna try and make a maze. So we're gonna start with maze 4. We're gonna press enter, and now we can edit this maze. So I'm trying to figure out the controls to this with the, with this nonsense, and, what I'm finding out is that in order to create a horizontal line, you have to press the letter, then the number, and in order to create a vertical line, you have to press the number, then the letter. So, not confusing. Not confusing at all, and, if we're lucky, we might even figure this out. I'm gonna try and remove... the D9? No, I want 9D. I don't think I can remove that wall. It's not what I want. Mario Maker 3 has been real quiet since this dropped. True, true. Choo Choo Rocket has also been really quiet since this dropped. I mean, what? So, request in the chat was to completely remove a section of the maze, since it explicitly asks you not to do that. So let's do 6G. And 4A. And then we're gonna block those off in 2x2 spaces. So we need 5G and 7G. Not to be confused with the cell phone networks. And 3A and 5A. Okay, so we've got 2 sections blocked off completely. And then, let's see, what else can we do? We can leave, like, a bunch of sections open. I think I have an idea. Which should never, ever be a good sign. So, this may take a little while, but bear with me here. B7... A8, 8A, 8B. How's the keyboard feel to type on? So it's completely touch. It's a touch membrane keyboard, and it doesn't feel like anything. You're just sort of pressing into it, and it kind of sucks. Not my favorite. It is perfectly serviceable, and that's about the best I can say about it. 8C, 2C, oh, this is gonna be really dumb by the time I'm done. 1B, no, sorry, B1. We want 1B gone. We also want 2A and 2B, not to be confused with Nier Automata. Nier Automata, however the fuck you pronounce that. That's why you gotta figure out how to hook it up to a PC and play Quake or something. Can you imagine WASD like this? This sucks. Spacebar. My thumb can barely reach it because my knuckle hits the fucking lip of the keyboard here. Oh, Jesus. Surprise room reveal. I've got this up on a tripod on top of a box. It's a very annoying setup. So, my apologies. Let's see. We were doing... A2... C1... Sorry, I had an idea and I gotta see it through. 2D... 2F, 4F, 3F, 3E. Figuring this out. Actually, we do want that. One F, 1G. Programming my own maze. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be the best maze that anybody has ever put into KC Munchkin, Casey's Krazy Chase. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love my nuts. This will probably be the slowest part of the stream, though. Bear with me. E9. Not what I said. E9. There we go. So we're almost done here. I'm working on recreating Manhattan from, Pac-Man Championship Edition, so obviously I'm doing it right, and it looks correct. Let's see. I just need to remove those pieces in the middle so that we can make sure that this doesn't work. 4D... C4... if you're curious, it is bottom and right for any individual cells. Which actually gives me an idea. 9G, clear. No, you can't clear the walls on the sides, unfortunately. Jesus Christ, William Frog. Yeah, the sides are immutable. You have to choose which maze you want, and then, those are the wraparounds that you get, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would totally add a warp to the middle. Unfortunately, I think I'm even locked in. William Frog's calculations assumed you could remove the sides around the... Assumes you can move the sides to create your own warps, and the fact that you can't means that number isn't accurate. Oh my god. This could have been a good game. I'm kidding, it's a great game. Especially for its time, and the fact that you can play it at home. It's better than Pac-Man for Atari 2600, by a long shot. Especially since you can create your own mazes. That look like this. Okay, so let me make sure I'm doing this right so that I can play this maze. When you have programmed the maze to your specifications, press yes, and the game will start. Begin. I was pressing up the whole time. There we go. There we go. He's stuck in there. He's stuck in there. God damn it. So blocking things off seems to have worked. Despite what the game will tell you, you can actually do this. If I had thought about the fact that he starts in the top left, I wouldn't have stuffed him up there, but, we've at least, stress tested this, and we have figured out that you can, in fact, block things off, you can have open areas like this, and you can have, the dreaded Dratapillar eat himself alive, like an Ouroboros. You can also get yourself stuck and have a Drat kill you. Drat! I love eating trees. I love eating broccoli. Jesus Christ, those drats are, like, extra annoying in this open layout. Because they can get you from fucking anywhere. And the trees slow you down! Is there an edible tree in the world? Probably several. I wouldn't know, though, outside of, like, saying that you can steep tea leaves in water and drink them. Cinnamon bark? Okay, that's one. There's broccoli. We were just talking about broccoli, or I was. You know, given he's stuck up there in the corner, I'm surprised I won so quickly earlier. There we go. GG easy. And of course, this beautiful creation, signed by the one and only... I think I can do better than that. What's a... There we go. Any tree is edible if we try hard enough. Of course metric will fit in there. Of course, of course. I can't make the name go away now. I'm stuck as Skyway. Whatever. Alright, this is my beautiful creation. And like any beautiful creation, it will now be tossed! So now that I've gotten to edit the memory of one of these, I want to see what the RAM looks like without a cartridge in it, so give me just a moment here. Oh. Let's turn it on, and booyah! Look at them graphics! It's kind of the same as always. Still have that many mazes left to show us. Alright, we're moving on to the next game. Despite the sounds of everybody in chat telling me I have to recreate every single other maze, we're going to pretend that doesn't exist. We can play Mathemagic and Echo. Mathemagic is an electronic arithmetic teacher, and Echo is a brain-training, mind-bending mental gymnastic challenge. Mathemagic makes addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division fun to practice, even presents primary-level algebraic challenges. The computer presents the problems and evaluates the answers. It even sings out with a musical cheer for every 10 correct solutions. Digital scoring, full sync sound action, one or more players. Echo, the great brain drainer of all time. Starts off easy. 4 numbers appear on the screen. The computer lights up one to the sound of a musical tone. Now it's your turn. You echo the computer and press the same number. The computer responds with the same number and one more. Your turn again. For every right answer, the computer will add 1 number to the sequence. After echoing a 6-digit sequence, you will slowly feel your mind turning inside out. The computer can go farther than you can. How far can you go? This is a marvelous electronic challenge for everyone in the family. It's definitely not Simon. Don't call it that. Do we have any funny, fancy graphics in here? We have, plus, minus, times, divide, eh? Chat, can you tell what that is? I can barely tell what that is. Can you tell what that is? Jesus Christ. Biblically accurate algebra. And then, of course, for Echo, we have the key art of the musical note that looks like it's coming through space towards your computer screen. This game's silly. It says it's not a graphic, that's a honey mustard stain on the manual. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. Mathemagic, press 1. Press the skill level desired on the alphanumeric keyboard. Oh, we're doing... Let's do multiplication. And we're doing skill level 3. This is 0, 6, 9, 1. Ta-da! 0, 9... Look at me, I'm so good at math. Mathemagic! I'm a mathemagician! Look at me! I know how to numbers! The need to enter numbers backwards would screw me up playing this. Yeah, for real. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten me so bad. 45... 34... I mean, yeah, okay. I'm winning? I guess? Yeah, sure. So, I have a puzzle alarm clock that I wake up to every morning, and I have to solve puzzles in order to actually wake up. This is me talking and trying to play this at the same time, of course. 3... Oh, 9. That's what I missed. No? I thought I typed that in earlier. Oops. Anyway. So one of the things I have to solve is 2-digit math in order to, wake up. And, I don't wake up. I actually sleep through that. So I'm able to do 2-digit math in my sleep. Which is not something I'm proud of, to be clear. Oh, that's 3-3. Sorry. 0, 9, 3, 3. No? Oh, shoot. Okay. Got something like that on my phone and set up to memory match puzzle along with shaking the phone like a drink bottle. I mean, I also have a memory match puzzle, so, I have to do all that and I still fall back asleep, which is just fucking fantastic. Seven, 2, 4. Why is there a 0 padding this? I did it! I got 10 of them! That's my reward for getting 10 of them in a row! Fuck. What's the most complex operand you can do in your sleep? I don't know, I only do the 2-digit multiplication, so... I'm sure I could do more than that, but... That's the only one that my puzzle alarm clock has. So we're gonna play Echo now. Press 4. Oh my. Such a complex pattern. Chat, I don't know if I can remember this one. So what's the task run of this game? Well, it's not gonna be me, that's for damn sure. My brain hurts, I just got past 6! They were right! My brain! My poor brain! How will I ever... Jesus Christ. I'm bored out of my mind. Imagine spending $30 on this cart. Imagine. You get to solve math problems, and you get to play Simon. Probably one of the weakest ones we've got in this lineup. This game will drink the fluids directly out of your skull! Okay, so we've cleared one stack of my bunch of games here. And that means you're gonna want to see this. We've got something special. This one's a little bigger than the others, huh? That's because this is a hybrid board game video game. This one's called The Quest for the Rings, and you know what the inspiration is here, but... Got a key art on the inside. Cartridge, of course, which is nice and gold, because it's one of the fancy ones that they put a lot of effort into. Some game pieces over here. I can't put that back. Oh, let me pull this out. Yep, this is one of the big ones. For this one, we have a keyboard overlay that goes directly on here and themes the game. A giant fucking manual. And, of course, an actual board on which to play your pieces, with locations such as Riproria, Zombia, Applegarth, the Sea of Despair, Straits of Charon, Dagon's Bog, the Cape of Lost Hope, out next to Rampant Bay and Thunderbolt Ridge, Serpentium Sea, Troubled Waters, Death's Door, Isle of Baldar, Brooding Fell, Dire Straits. Again? Have we already seen Dire Straits? Am I making that up? Whatever. Mountains of Murgard. See if I can slip this in here so that we can... We don't want to miss this. We want to look up at Opal Sea, Loki's Landing, Mystic Mountains, and the Valley of Fear. Yaghomoth. Is that a slur? Slyburn. Dick. Okay. You get the idea. Okay, we need to look at this giant fucking manual. This college textbook of a manual. The ring, full circle, bends its beginnings to its ends. Real fucking, like, poetic next to a location called Dick. You are about to become a legend in your own time. Can you even read that? Jesus. A legend in your own time. Oh, Jesus. And enter an alternate world where dreams and nightmares come true with fire-breathing reality. You can tell, based on the shadow on this, that I am using a phone with a USB cord sticking out of it in order to keep it charged. Special microcomputer circuitry will generate the alternate time frequencies and dimension warps necessary for finite control and monitoring of your alter presence via television, while you remain physically secure in the relative safety of your home dimension. Chat, I did just read English, right? Because I didn't parse a single word of that. They've got a prologue on this one. The Crucible. The Creation. This thing's got lore. They put effort into it. Here are your heroes. I really, really like how there's this proper key art for the heroes next to their computer symbols. And dinky little computer symbols, and they're so cute. This computer's gonna astral project you straight to Dick. Big, beautiful art. Like, this is an art book as much as it is an instruction manual. And so far, we haven't even seen much instructions other than it telling you the dragons, Skortha, Goldfang, and Mithrog are the largest of the hideous armored witchworms, which were originally thought to come from the stars. It's like, okay. Okay. Here's an introduction to the dungeons. Here's your quest. So the way this game works, this is taking a while. The way this game works is that one player plays as the Ringmaster, which is definitely not the Dungeon Master. And they put a bunch of game pieces on this fake board. And each one represents one of the castles you go to. And the two players who are not the Ringmaster go to those castles and actually play through them as a little game on the game system. So it's a cute little concept. You actually get to determine, like, how difficult it is, each dungeon is. You get to determine which bosses are in there, which ones actually have rings and which ones don't. Which ones are just a waste of your time. It's actually really cute. It seems like it would be a really fun thing to play with 2 or 3 players in real life. Here's some of the game pieces you work with. This is a castle piece. You can see it's hollow on the inside. And that's because what you do is you take these copper tokens, if you can see that. I'm trying to get it in focus here. Take these copper tokens and you put them inside. And it can contain up to 2 tokens. One of them is the boss that's there and whether there's a ring. Then you take it, flip it over, place it face down on your map, which we're going to pretend this is a map because I don't feel like getting it out. And then players choose where to go. You pick it up. You program this into this. And then your players play the game. It's a really, really cute concept for a video game. Another one of those asymmetric multiplayer things that I feel like wasn't really a huge thing at the time. So this is actually doing some, like, really unique stuff. Unfortunately, I'm one person. We can't play the board game version of this without me, like, setting up a full level and everything. And we've already spent enough time with Casey Munchkin and his crazy mazes. And his crazy chases. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to play the video game part of this just as a practice mode, sort of. Which it tells you how to do. So I'm going to flip in over there. There are 4 different classes to play as. There's the warrior, the wizard... let me find this. The changeling and the phantom. So we are going to start this up. The board game, video game thing, hybrid thing is neat, though of course you don't need that stuff anymore now that consoles have more than 192 bytes of RAM. I don't know, I think I'd push back on that. There's something really cute and appealing about the fact that you can change your controller to look like the game, and then press the correct buttons, and also, like, have a real-life board to choose from, and you're playing against a real-life person who is putting the dungeon together for you, and I don't know, I think there's a lot of appeal to this that you can't really replicate so easily, except in, like, context of, like, Jackbox Party Pack or something. And even that is, like, too virtual. This has, like, physical pieces and a physical board, and I don't know, I feel like there's something special to it. These days you could do some fucked up shit with NFC. Exactly! Imagine if Skylanders had asymmetric multiplayer like that somehow. That would actually give it something unique to its name. Oops, it's not reading the cartridge. Let's get this in here correctly. There we go, select game. Begin. So we are going to play as warrior. So we're going to wait for warrior to come back across the screen, and we're going to press the action button to choose it. One of these days. So we've got warrior. Player 1 is playing as the warrior. And then player 2 is going to play as the wizard. Jesus Christ. I'm being transported into the 5th dimension! So this is how slow we move. Pressing the button, stuns enemies, but does not kill them. Our goal is to cooperate and get to the ring. As everything wants to kill me. And by we, I mean me. So as the ringmaster, you can control how many, turns your players have, essentially. So, like, each death is a turn. And, let's get down. Oops, my friend got eaten. But hey, at least I got the ring. This is some of the noises I've ever fucking heard. This one has invisible walls. That's nice. This thing is beeping way too much. Yes, it is. This is the kind of presentation you would see on, like, a video game show of the era. I feel like. Nope, I'm not living through that. They're both dead. Yeah, all this beeping and the fact that otherwise there would be silence is exactly why I've got music on in the background, because, otherwise this would be fucking unbearable. Jesus Christ, the dragon just picked me up and ate me. I think we've seen quite enough of it for now. Another thing I want to show you is... Where is it? So this was a meme between me and my friend who picked this up. We've got the monsters! It's a dragon! And then the computer symbols is a dinky little thing! It's cute! Isn't it cute? Look at that spider! Oh my god! So that reminds me, that's the other thing. So when my dad got this at a garage sale 8 years ago, it came with 12 games. None of them were the board games, and I currently have 22 of them in total. The other 10 came from, in college, my friend and I went on a circuit of retro game stores that were in the area, and we had a lot of fun, and I have a lot of great memories from that. But one of them is that we went to a little local chain, no-name local chain that I think is still up there, and they had a whole wall of retro stuff, and we were looking at it, because it's fascinating stuff, you know? Some of this stuff is literal fucking board games. Like, why wouldn't we be fascinated by it? But we're apparently the first people to show any interest in this wall of really, really old stuff in, like, ages. Because the person at the register comes up to us and says, hey, y'all are actually looking at this. Y'all like it? And we're like, yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of interesting history here. And, we've toyed with some of these consoles in the past, and they're so much fun to look at. And then he's like, oh, cool. You're the first person who's really showed interest in these in a long time. Nope, this wall is, like, cool and all, but nobody ever actually buys anything off of it. Like, anything. We'll sell you the whole wall for $500. And so my friend and I regrouped, and we counted our money, and we pulled it together, and we bought the entire fucking wall of retro stuff that was at the store. And that's how my part of the money went towards getting the rest of my Odyssey 2 collection, including these 2 board games that I have. We'll show the other one later. But, that's probably one of the best, like, pickups I've had ever, because some of these go for a lot of money, and, I got real lucky picking that up. And, it's just a fun memory from college, which I have very few of those, because college wasn't great, so, I'm glad to have some things that actually worked out. Alright, let me start putting this back. Ugh! I still don't have every game for the system, unfortunately. It is one of those that you could reasonably complete your collection of. None of the games are extraordinarily expensive. They're worth a lot of... Some of these are worth a lot of money. Like, these board game sets are worth, like, 50 apiece these days. But, there's only 45 games that were ever released in the US, and you could reasonably complete your collection of Odyssey 2 stuff if you really wanted to. I don't. I'm good. Having half of the library is good enough for me. Alright! We've been going for bang on 2 hours, which is about what I expected how long this would take. We are exactly halfway done. That's 11 of the games so far, so we're gonna keep going with 11 more. After I drink some water. This stream brought to you by water. Stay hydrated. Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize how fucking parched I was. Alright, so our next game is Monkeyshines. Computerized monkeys, unlimited action, trillions of combinations, you'll go ape! Hey, at least this one doesn't try to say that you have infinite combinations. So this one probably also has a level editor then. Monkeyshines, 5 computerized puzzle games filled with action-packed monkey business. You'll go ape over monkey tag, monkey chess, tailspin, shut-eye, and bananas. You have to be as agile as 4 computer-smart monkeys that run, jump, climb, tease, dive, swing, hop, spin, scamper, and cavort over virtually endless patterns of monkey bars. There are literally trillions of possible combinations. Skill levels increase automatically, or choose a different skill level at any time. On-screen digital scoring with memory for high game in a series? Is that what they used to call that? Full sync sound action! 1, 2, or 3 players. I'm scared of the quotes around puzzle games. Yeah! Yeah. Thanks for hanging around, Sriracha. Your wisdom is essential to these, as always. I know you're over there in a different country, so it's gotta be real late for you. That cartridge barely went in. And as you can see, this was also 30 bucks. See what we've got here. Look at these monkeys! These colors are really, like, avant-garde. But those are definitely monkeys, and that's what it looks like. You can see... Monkey! Good timing on the monkey ball music. Object of the game is to tag as many monkeys as you can with your man without getting tagged back? Alright, so this was one of the ones that I tested, and I couldn't figure out how to play it because if you ever touched a monkey, you got tagged. So I've gotta, like, actually pay attention to this one. You play as the man. If you hold the action button, it's very difficult to platform in this one, I noticed, but, you have to hold the action button to jump all the way, which is at least something towards, like, modern platforming controls. Maybe Pitfall had that, I don't know. Never played Pitfall either. Man tags a monkey by catching it and pressing the action button. That's what's going on there, okay. You're not competing with another player, you're competing with the computer. Alright, let's try that. I didn't play Pitfall, but it totally didn't have hold the button to jump higher. Alright, well, that's at least something in this game's favor. So, like, you can see my jump is a little weird already. But holding up makes you jump higher for some reason. And if you just tap the button, you don't go very far. And tag, 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 tag! They've got me! They've got me! Okay, so I'm attempting to tag these, and it's not fucking working. Because the action button is what jumps. I'm gonna have to double check the controls on this, just to make sure I'm doing it right. But you're supposed to tag the monkeys by pressing the action button, and yet the action button jumps, and so I don't actually know what the tag button is. There we go, that worked, that works! Actually tagged that one. How the fuck do I get up to the higher levels? There we go. Gotta catch a monkey! Gotta die! Catch a monkey! I make that exact sound when I jump. Yeah, it's very realistic sounds. Like, I gotta give the game credit for that. Whee! Alright, so I'm up on the upper levels, which is... no fall damage, at least. That's true, yep. At least the level is designed for you to get up to the upper levels where the rest of the monkeys are. The monkeys are well animated for what this is. Like, this is really cute in that regard. Did this game come out after Donkey Kong? Great question. Let's see here. 1981, so contemporaneous. Wouldn't be able to tell you the exact month or whatever. Nope, that's as much monkey as I could take. So now I'm playing as the other player. At least this one's still alive. Because, by complete coincidence, no monkey ever touched him. Gotcha. Okay, so your job is just to play tag with the monkeys. Surprised it's so good at animating them differently on walls and floor and ceiling and stuff. Yeah, for real! And the fact that you can make your own levels for this one, too, just in exactly the same way as, Casey's Krazy Chase. That's impressive in its own right. How many Atari games do you know that you could make your own levels in? There are probably a few. First platform to have a level editor? Maybe so. It may very well be. Alright. Tapped out. Yeah, that's what that one looks like. There are other modes of this. Let me check in. So that was Monkey Tag. We've got Tailspin, Shut-Eye, Monkey Chess. There's a mode called Bananas, which the tagline says, for professionals only, 3 players. Recap of keyboard entry codes. Yeah, okay. What on goddamn earth? There's no way. There's no way. Okay, so all of these game modes are actually the same. It just depends on what the players are doing with it. You press 0 for all of them. But I am actually capable of creating walls in the maze right now. "4D... Enter? No. 4D... Clear? Hello? It's not doing what I expected. It's not working like the controls in Krazy Chase did. But I swear to God, you can... Is it actually the letters of monkey that correspond to the rows? It is! It is! You are so right. Okay. So let's see. 5... O... Enter. So yeah, while the other players are playing, you can adjust the maze. That's fucking wild! So you play with a third player, and your goal is to outwit the monkeys by making the maze easier on the players. That's fucking wild! Monkeys are always the same. It's what you do with the monkeys that changes. It's true, it's true. Except in this one, you just press 0 every time. Tasks of this would go crazy? Yeah, it would. Okay, so Tailspin, we're gonna press 0 again, and instead of me controlling the maze, we're gonna press R for rotation, and the maze is gonna rotate itself. So this is Tailspin. This is the same mode, but you just press a slightly different button. And now it does this. Jesus Christ, this is hard to keep up with. Yeah, I was trying to jump up on that platform, but it's fine. It's fine, actually. It's fine, actually! This is a lot to keep up with. Please let me jump over the other guy. Please let me jump over the other guy. Thank you. Okay. I wasn't trying to climb that or anything. I wonder if you can still... Yes. You can still add walls during Tailspin mode. Yeah, it's all the same. That's really wild. Huh. And then we've got Shut-Eye, which is just a version where the... That's the button. It's just a version where you can't see the maze! This sucks! Okay, so the coolest one is Monkey Chess, where you have a third player mess with the actual walls of the maze. Coolest one by far. The release date was, in fact, post-Donkey Kong. Wow, alright. Pac-Man's out! Monkeys are in! Jesus Christ. Noises of all time. Noises of all fucking time. I'm good. Okay, it's a really cute game. It's definitely one of the better ones of the bunch. The Banana Bunch. But, it's a lot to keep up with. Jesus. Player controlling the keyboard masterminds the strategy it takes to beat the great monkey at his own game. Ladders can be built to help the men get up quickly to any part of the screen. Ladders can also be unbuilt to prevent the monkeys from using them. Cages can be built to temporarily delay tagged monkeys from tagging the men. My god. My god, it's teaching you strategy. What was the one for professionals only? It's called Bananas! And it's just enter the keyboard entries for Tailspin, Shut-Eye, and Monkey Chess all at once. You'll be using all your firepower to confuse the monkeys and achieve high scores under very exotic conditions. The challenge range will escalate from utter confusion to total chaos! You can also just not do that. You can also just not do that. Can I stick this back in the fucking box? Hello? Okay. There we go. What's our random memory dump look like? It's not changing a whole lot from the last couple of times. There's gotta be something that, completely fucks with it. We'll find it, we'll find it. Pachinko! So much larger than life. You're right in the middle of the action! A far-out electronic evolution of one of the most popular games from the Far East. This cross between a pinball machine and a slot machine is incredibly larger than life. You're right in the middle of the action, playing against another person or the computer itself. If you don't like the odds, bounce your ball off the magic mountain and get a new set of numbers. But watch out for the robot troubleshooter. He loves to scoop up your stray balls and send them careening down to your opponent. On-screen digital scoring, full sync sound action, 1 or 2 players. What year is this one? 1980. So this is one of the early ones. Or, you know, early by comparison. This is actually middle of the life of the, those graphics. We got graphics! They're coming out of the page! So we're playing a bath toy. We are playing with one of those things that you fill with water and shampoo, and it makes the rings bounce around and land in the boxes. So everyone know what we're getting ourselves into? Okay. Nope, that's wrong. Okay. I love playing with physical cartridges. You know, it made the noise. I wonder what happens. Oh, yeah, that actually worked. So does this look like Pachinko to anyone? I mean, it is loosely Pachinko. You hit the things into the numbered slots and you get that many points, but also, you play as little men on the bottom and they've even got a hill. Yeah, this looks right. I guess that must be the troubleshooter in the middle, who picks up the... What are those? What are those? Are they fucking tornadoes? Are they lanterns? Are they... What is that? Is that a fetus? Player 2 got over 100 points. I'm just letting the computer play while I figure out what the fuck is going on here. Oh, right, we started this corrupted. Those are supposed to just be balls. Those are supposed to just be balls! Each of the players on screen has an energizer. It's a flipper. I mean, it could be a battery, but it's a flipper. When you hit the ball with your energizer, change to your color and rock it back into play. Ball hits a player, it will begin to lose its energy. The Magic Mountain is centered at the bottom of the playing field. If you bounce the ball off the Magic Mountain, the numbers in the cups will change. You have a better chance of scoring in the cups on your side of the screen. So it's a good strategy to get higher numbers on the cups on your side and lower numbers in the cups on your opponent's side. Beware of the troubleshooter! He's the unpredictable, uncontrollable spoilsport who keeps running back and forth across the center of the screen. The troubleshooter is a lot of trouble because he keeps trying to take your ball out of play and shoot it over to your opponent. You're kidding, that's why they called it that? You're kidding. The game ends at 100 points or any pre-agreed multiple of 100 points. You can also play against the clock. So I like how it automatically determines whether you're playing as a human or a computer just based on whether you press anything. But I have to reset because I spent too long. There we go. Now it's a ball. Now it looks normal. This is what it's supposed to look like. Get in there. Get in there. I feel like I have so much control over the action. I feel like I'm right there. Wow, it got 5! I didn't even do anything! God damn it, get a ball over here! Let me play! Why did it... Okay. Oh, I could have had that ball. Oops. That one's 10. If we can get it over there. Does that mean you could have 2 computers play against each other and bet on them? I mean, I did have 2 computers playing earlier when I was reading the instruction manual. If you want to bet on them, sure, however you want to spend your time. I would rather play a computer-controlled match of Mario Party if I'm going to do that, though. I don't think 10 is actually a 2-digit number in this game. What gives you that idea? The Magic Mountain! Oh, fuck off. He got an infinite loop. God damn you. How is that even possible? Jesus. I noticed the ball only goes so high. Unless you have energized it, I guess. Get over here. Give me a ball! This is a Mario Party minigame. This is absolutely what this is, now that I mention Mario Party. And a very bizarre one at that. You don't have a lot of control over it. Okay. It got stuck in the corner again! How does it do that? Why can't I do that? Score has been reset. The action never stops. The fun is infinite. Yeah, I think we know how this game works now. This is all it has. It's just a 2-player battle of points and score and random balls. You like balls, right? You like playing with balls? That's why you're here? Play with balls? That's why we're all here? Okay, that's enough noises. My ears hurt. Man, that's with the volume really far down. My apologies for everyone's ears. Okay, so next we have one of the Odyssey 2's most, unique franchises. We have Pickaxe Pete! Thrills, chills, and spills as Pickaxe Pete strikes it rich in the Misty Mountain Mine. Look at that key art. Somebody had fun drawing that. Look at that face. Hardly looks like a face. 10 challenging playing fields. Unique bonus scoring features. Game tempo changes automatically. Digital scoring with memory. You're Pickaxe Pete, the legendary prospector who struck it rich in the fabled Misty Mountain mine. There's so much gold in them there hills, it seems to bust out of the ground all by itself. But lose a pick, and the bonanza can bowl you over. Be ready for fast action, locked doors, secret keys, disappearing ladders, leaping leaps, and bounding bounds going on in every which way all at once. 10 different playing fields for endless challenge. More like 10-ness challenge. Advanced digital scoring with memory displays. Advanced digital scoring with memory displays high player's name and score, as well as current player score. Sync sound action, any number can play. Odyssey 2, the excitement of a game, the mind of a computer. The fuck are these taglines? Oh. This one's got another little insert in the bottom of it. The excitement of a game, the mind of a computer. This is different from the instruction manual. We've got baseball. We've got, was this Quest for the Rings, I think? Poker. Football. Robot. Some dude. 2 new games in the Odyssey Challenger series. Computer Keyboard Challenge. That same stock art that we saw at the beginning of the stream. We're running out of advertising budget. Look at all these games you could have that you don't have. Order them now from your Sears catalog. Wish I had alpine skiing, honestly. It'd be like playing the one in Windows. Bootleg C-3PO. Buying C-3PO from Temu. How do you pronounce that? Temu? Temu. Temulation. Pocket billiards. Las Vegas blackjack. Exclamation marks. Everything is exclamation marks. Cosmic conflict. Oh, I wish I had this one. Jesus. Look at that. You're the commander of the Centurion, an Earth Federation starship guarding a remote corner of the galaxy. An alien invasion fleet has penetrated the galaxy's outermost defenses. If you do not destroy it, Earth will be enslaved by the enemy hordes. Disintegrate enemy invasion transports with your laser blasters. Elude enemy starfighters. 1 or more players. Take the money and run! So it's just a little catalog of... You know, I think this might be every game that Magnavox released for the system. There were only 2 third parties to ever make games for the Odyssey 2 during its heyday. And, of those 2, only one of them ever released those games here in the States. Quest for the Rings. Conquest of the World. Coming soon, the Great Wall Street Fortune Hunt. That's the one I don't have. We will be seeing Conquest of the World later. Keyboard Creations. Turns your words into a light show that travels across your TV screen, offering a multitude of applications, such as a Windows screensaver. Yeah, alright. Over 40 games to choose from! It's so quaint. But as for us and this game, we are playing Pickaxe Pete, of course. And, look at that glow! Trademark Odyssey 2 glow. And, it's a platforming game of some sort. It kind of looks like... kind of reminds me of, like, a cross between Wrecking Crew and Donkey Kong. I'm hoping that's exactly how it plays. Walk left and right. Push up to climb a ladder. Push down to descend. Strikes gold every time he hits one of the boulders with his pick. The more points he scores, the more boulders come through the doors of the mine. Alright, let's give it a shot. We're pressing any number. Each number will generate a different playing field. We're gonna press 4. Spin! Okay, so my pickaxe has run out. I need to get another pickaxe without getting run over by a boulder. That's awesome. You can jump, as a matter of fact. You can use that to jump over, oops. Okay, those are like spinners. Climb up here. You can only climb up if there's a ladder. Someone should do an Odyssey 2 game jam where you have to use the sprites. That would be really cute. Go and hit the boulders. There we go. I like how he shambles around when you don't have a pick. Like a fucking zombie. Okay, so good news. This game also doesn't have fall damage, I think. There's a key up there. It's disappearing. Randomly flickering pixels. Okay, the fact that the ladders constantly move is driving me insane. Like, how am I supposed to climb anywhere like that? Breath of the Wild totally ripped this game off for its weapon durability system. To say nothing of the fact that this game ripped off Donkey Kong for its hammer system. Hey, at least this game lets you jump with a pickaxe. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Well, somehow lived. Where's the pickaxe? There's a key! Can we get up to the key? Nope, it's disappearing. Jesus. Alright. Look at the controls real quick. Or the manual. Graphics flying out of the screen! Pickaxe Pete is so strong that the picks keep breaking every once in a while, and if Pickaxe Pete gets bowled over by a boulder, the game is over. He's so strong that his pickaxes break. Alright. Okay, so apparently if you press a direction, his hands will show which direction you are holding. Assuming you're not holding a pickaxe, I'm sure. So that's cute. We just have to run out of our pickaxe here. Yeah, here we go. It's not showing the diagonal. Huh. You can definitely get it to show a diagonal, like this sprite here. When two boulders collide, they might uncover another pick, which remains on screen until it disappears in the turmoil. Another get-rich-quick opportunity. Keys to deeper regions of the mines will be seen flying through the air. If you capture a key before it disappears, you start flashing and can unlock any door at any time. Doors? Is that what those are? Yes, those are doors. Those spinning things are in fact doors. If Pete tries going through a door without a key, he can get good and stuck and will be at the mercy of the next boulder to roll along. Hint for when a ladder leads directly into a door, and Pickaxe Pete is without a key. Climb halfway up the ladder, move the joystick to make a short jog across the next grid line, then push it forward and use the action button to jump up. You'll be on the next level. Take some practice, but the added maneuverability makes it worthwhile. Are you fucking with me? Alright. So it says any number can play, it's taking turns. For high scores, of course. Let's see what we can do here. I got a key! Let's go in the door. Never mind, let's die! Let me up! We gotta get a key. We gotta get a key and move on to level green. Or cyan, or blue. There we go! Key! Give me the key! We gotta get up there. We gotta get up there. Chat, we gotta get up there. Never mind, it's gone. Okay. I have fallen and I can't get up. I don't know about this diagonal business. I don't think there's any place in video games for such things. I mean, look! It's got the notches! It can go diagonals! If it really wants to, if the game lets you. Please just let me up. Please, for the love of God. Wish you could use the key as a blade to break the boulder. See, that would be cute. Get me! Get me! No! Damn it. There we go, now we've got a key. Let's get dead. Again, immediately. What is it with me and getting keys and dying? Oh, so you go flat when you jump to go over the doors. Oh my god. Not gonna earn a lot of points being on the top level, but at least you can get to the keys if they... Oh, Jesus Christ. Please, God! Nope. This is another one of the more fleshed out games that we've played tonight, so I'm enjoying myself, for once. I've never enjoyed myself on stream in my life. Have you seen some of the other shit I've had to play? Gotta get this key that doesn't exist. Alright. That one had a key, goddammit. I'm all the way down here now. How the fuck are you supposed to do this? Okay, we're at least up here now. Please! Nope, no key for me. And of course I fell down again. Jesus Christ. There's too much happening at any given time, I think. The boulders go too fast and you go too slow. Or, not that you go too slow, but that your maneuverability is lessened by the fact that you can't jump up layers. There's no strategy to this game because they don't give you, time to do anything before despawning things. Exactly. That narrows it down pretty good. There's a key, there's a key, there's a key! Gotta get to a door! We gotta get to the door! Level yellow! We are now in yellow zone. I noticed the maze is exactly the same as the last time. Okay, so apparently you can crouch under boulders as well, which I wasn't expecting. No one has ever reached pink level. Watch me. I won't. Okay, so I'm stuck down here now. I have fallen and I can't get up. Oh! Pickaxe pin! Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do about the fact that the ladders are fucking random as hell. What were they expecting? Get good? Dumbass? Give me that key. Give me that key. We're going to level pink. Pink! We gotta get down there. Nope, we're going to level white. Never mind. And once again, it is the same level, by the way. You can change which maze it is at the beginning, but I was hoping that when you went through a door, it would change the maze. At least a little bit. Apparently the fuck not. So pickaxes fall to the bottom and keys go to the top, which is extremely annoying. God damn it. Once again, got a key, got cornered. Of course. That ladder appeared in the same spot 3 times in a row. Very cool. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing anymore. Give me the key. I can't get it because there's no ladder. Fuck you. Speed! Is it randomly removing sections of the floor each level? I don't think so. I swear there was a 2 wide gap up top before. I don't think that's the case, no. Unless I missed it. We can try a different maze, though. Let's try, 6. Oh, yeah, normal. This is normal. This is a Donkey Kong layout if I've ever seen one. Too bad the ladders are fucking random! We need a key. We need a key. Give me the key. Give me the key. No! I had that! Fuck you! Okay. Okay, game. Okay! Give me the key. God damn it. Boulder came out of the door. Of course. We're gonna hang out up here again and hope that a key spawns. Ladders do follow a pattern. They spawn one higher each floor. On this one, they do. On the previous one, I'm pretty sure they were not doing that, because I saw the ladder appear in the same place 3 times in a row at least once. I love getting stuck on a door. That's very funny. Those are some really flashing graphics. Let's look at one more maze. What's 0? Nope, that's the same one. It's not amazing. There's 2. This is at least something. I think the most interesting maze I picked was the first one, honestly. Though this one might be more sane. Quite honestly. I love getting stuck. God damn it. I've had enough of you. So that was one of the more gamey games of the night. Thank goodness. What would we do without our video games on a video game stream? Bye, Pete. Oh! You will not be missed, and you will never return. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. We got pocket billiards. Hustle 8-ball in rotation on this computerized replica of a full slate top pool table. Play 8-ball in rotation on an authentic computerized replica of a full-size pool table. Your electronic cue can rotate a full 360 degrees to play the ball at any angle. You have full control to make a cannonball break shot that gives your opponent no break at all, or a delicate tap that sinks the ball into the corner pocket. Automatic racking, computerized scoring, full sync sound action, 2 players. So that's a screenshot of the game, right? They show a person, right? Like, this is obviously going to show up in the game. Of course. The box art would never lie to me. I just realized, this guy's hand is a circuit board. It's called pocket billiards, because it's got a handle. You can take it with you anywhere, except for the Odyssey 2. You can't take that with you anywhere. I mean, you could try. You could try. It's a very short manual, but it's got some graphics, if I've ever seen them. You are in the spacious oak-paneled game of your baronial country retreat. Full-size electronic pocket billiard table appears on your screen. You can try to take the Odyssey 2 anywhere, but it's banned in many places. That's true, that's true. Odyssey 2 is my favorite handheld console. I mean, look at it! Super Mario Odyssey is my favorite handheld Mario, so this is my favorite handheld game console. Whatever. Player L! 8-ball rotation. Move the joystick of either hand control in any direction while the name of the game is on screen. Okay. 8 balls play with 2 black balls. The first player to sink either of the black balls wins. Why? 2 black balls will be replaced by 2 colored balls. Player sinking the most balls in the pockets wins. Okay, why are there 2 8 balls? It's bad enough with just 1. Okay, so they've shown so many people in this manual. Obviously, there's gonna be a person on the screen when I play this. So we're gonna play 8-ball. Yeah, full 360 control. I really feel like I'm controlling my shot here. Definitely 360 degrees of computerized billiards action! Oh my god, that wasn't even close. How do you, pull back? The longer you keep the action button depressed, the harder the cue will hit the ball and the farther the ball will travel. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so am I playing yellow? Let's left player plays yellow. Oh, that was cute. It bounced around in the hole and everything. Alright, so, left player is going for yellow balls. We got one. Alright, let's do it again. Why is there a select game screen? Is there another cartridge slot? So for, some of these, let me pull out an example here. Some of these carts have 3 games on them. We'll be getting to this one soon. But, also, some of the games all just have one with several variations, and what you do is you press one of the number keys to select a variation. So select game exists for every game just in case, but some of them don't need it. Oh. Put these back. Let's keep playing pool. It's my favorite game of the night because it actually works. Alright, right player finally goes, and we're gonna go for the blue balls. Insert joke here. Fuck! Sunk a black ball. Actually, hold on. I'm trying to figure out if player 1 or player 2 won here. I think player 1 won because player 2 sunk an 8-ball early. No. No, actually. It doesn't care. Player 2 won because he sunk a black ball, and it doesn't matter that you hit the other balls in first. Really? Are you kidding me? So we're gonna reset. Webcam's, screwing up here, but also so is the, console. That's nice. We're back? We're back. Okay, webcam's back. Yeah, that's not even pool anymore. That's just... Huh. We're gonna play rotation. There we go. And now the player who sinks the most balls wins, just of either color. Apparently. It doesn't matter whether you are going for yellow balls or blue balls. So it's not even good at being pocket billiards, it just fucks up all the rules completely. Like, the game was made by nerds in a closet who only know the concept of billiards but haven't actually gotten to play it in real life because they don't have enough life experience. I say that being one of those nerds, and even I've played billiards. Maybe the poor little computer on the Odyssey 2 couldn't keep up with it, who knows. Have we even sunk a single ball yet? Single ball! Anything! Anything, please! Didn't have the dev budget to take the team to a smoky bar with a billiards table. Exactly! Poor devs. They don't even get to have alcohol. They don't even get to know what the Balmer peak is. They can't be programming at their peak. There we go. Blew it all in the bad reverse cyclone. Yeah, here I thought I was going to be, like, enjoying myself with this one, but of all of them, I am the least impressed because they got the rules of pools wrong! Completely fucking wrong! How do you do that? Also, you cannot aim at a full 360 degrees. That is a fucking lie. Unsurprisingly. And it doesn't even have a human on on the screen, like all the pictures advertised that it would. Controlling this kind of sucks ass, too. Oh, I sunk a cue ball. You don't even get to place the cue ball after your opponent sinks it. It just places it back at the beginning and says, keep going. Keep playing. Wow, that wasn't even close to the shot I was trying to... This version of Billiards actively makes me mad. We're gonna stop playing it now. This might be the worst video game pool I have ever played in my life. It gets everything wrong. I mean, at least it plays. I'll give it that much. That is our first 0 out of 10 of the night. Jesus Christ. I will at least give all the other ones points for being unique. That one just isn't at all. Good God. If it were on the Commodore 64, I would just assume that the devs were too young to enter the bar. Yeah, something like that. So here is one of the few games for the Odyssey 2 that didn't end with an exclamation mark. Showdown in 2100 AD. Shoot it out with other players or computer-controlled androids. Swaggering robot gunfighters duel under a future sun in this electronic recreation of the classic adult western. You can see how, like, the manuals, graphics, and, like, the box descriptions and everything paint a greater picture of what is actually on the screen. The scene changes after every shootout so that every combat offers a new challenge. Yeah, right. I'll be the judge of that. 3 levels of action! You can try to outdraw other players. You can try to outshoot the computer. You can even sit back and watch extremely realistic computer-controlled androids fight it out between themselves. This is a mature game! It's not for kids anymore. This ain't your grandma's game console! This is nearly 50 years old. Graphics coming out of the screen! There's fucking trees? Why are there fucking trees? Push the joystick forward. Your gunfighter will swagger to the top of the screen. My God. Of course, the goal is to fire past the trees. Each gunfighter has 6 bullets. The number of bullets remaining in each 6 shooters is indicated by the ammunition counter at the base of the screen. So you don't have to count, thank God. First player to score 10 hits wins the round, but you only have 6 bullets. I'm kidding. Gunfighter may shoot through the branches if he is positioned right up against the tree. But if he is even slightly away from the tree, the bullet will hit the tree trunk and ricochet back to... Okay, so what I'm learning is that this is almost like tanks rather than a shootout. Each gunfighter has more ammunition hidden in the tree, which matches the color of his outfit. So that's how you reload, is by touching trees. If you activate the game without touching either of the hand controls, the computer will automatically assume both control of both gunfighters and play itself. I'm gonna take a break and let the computer play this one itself. Let's do that. Alright, you two. Duel it out! There they go! Look at them swagger! It's just making random noises. Those bullets just fly all over the fucking place. The color of the screen changes to the color of the fucking trees that the bullets hit. Why? Realistic action! Where's the futuristic sun? The walk cycle has, like, twice as many frames as every other one we've seen tonight. Yeah, that's because they had enough memory, because the game, doesn't need as much... It's not as complicated as the others. They have more room for sprites. My god! Wow, that was a straight shot. Alright. Good job, white computer player. Okay, the graphics are glitching out again. They did it again! The fuck? Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright. That tells me how this game will go every time between two players who know what they're doing. Just double kill, draw every time. I mean, well, that's one way to draw your weapon. That wasn't even a joke. What did I just say out loud? Is it just me, or are the gunmen made of two sprites that you can see the seam between them when they die? Like, look at him fall over. Look at the middle of the sprite. That's definitely a seam. It's more obvious with the black, gunman. If he'll ever die again. Because he's actually catching up. This is nearly neck and neck again. Never mind. He just clipped through the trees. Jesus Christ. And the winner is no one. Everyone dies. Showdown in 2100 AD. Whatever. $30 fucking dollars, ladies and gentlemen. $30 in 1980s money. West really was wild in 2100 AD. That's true. That's true. It really was a mature game. The cycle of violence. No one wins. So that's what's going on. It's an artistic statement, of course. Alright, our next game. We've got Smithereens! And I'm not kidding. These games were $30 a pop. Look at those catapults. Oh, I get what this is. You'll hear the shouts of the soldiers and terrifying thunder of gigantic boulders catapulting into fortress walls. You and your opponent command huge engines of destruction in this melee of the Middle Ages that celebrates the emergence of heavy artillery as a fearsome tool of warfare. 3 different catapult settings for varying reaction times, advanced digital scoring, full sync sound action, plus speech and realistic sound effects if played through the voice of Odyssey 2, which I don't have, for 2 players. Important! This game's electronic sound effects are enhanced by speech when played through the Voice of Odyssey 2 module. Only the electronic sounds will be heard if the voice module is not used. Odyssey 2, the keyboard is the key to greater game excitement. Extremely classic game genre. I think I played this on addictinggames.com before. Don't click that, by the way. Yeah. Alright, let's try this out. I hope this is another one that the computer can just play by itself, but I don't think it is. No. We have to look at this. We have to look at this. You have just arrived in the days of old when the knights were bold. Football has yet to be invented, and castle crumbling is one of the most popular national sports. Who's writing this shit? Each side controls a catapult, of course. Begin. How do you... So you tilt the joystick and then you let go. Like it's analog. Hey, that shot actually hit. There we go. Let's try this. How long you hold it is how long it charges up, and then you fling! Angry Birds. Hit your opponent's catapult, he will move it out of range to make the necessary repairs. Oh, if you hit it. You should make the most out of this opportunity to intensify your bombardment. Every time a boulder strikes your opponent's castle, a section of it will disappear. Okay, so you have to hit the castle and the catapults. Hitting the catapults is good for stunning your opponent so you can hit the castle wall some more. If a boulder strikes your opponent's soldier, he will go to the nearest off-screen first aid station. You can... I'm not reading that. Player 1 scores 110 points during the third battle. Player 1 receives 330 points. Okay. The winner will celebrate with a fanfare of trumpets. The loser will display a white flag of surrender. Look at those graphics. They worked really hard on those sprites, you know. Look how realistic that castle looks. It looks just like you would expect. One, 2, and 3 when you start up the game is catapult tension settings. The higher the number, the faster reaction time required. Okay. Okay, so we're going to try hitting the castle walls now. That means we're going to charge up this much. Nope, that's not enough. There we go, now we've hit it. Riveting gameplay. Riveting gameplay. Did they cancel? Damn, they should cancel out in the air. That would have made this game actually unique, almost, maybe. I bet the fanfare of trumpets doesn't even hurt to hear it all. Okay, now we've got to figure out. Gotta hold it down a little longer than that, and then... Oh, one of them missed. Which one's gonna do it? Which one's gonna do it? Oh my god, I'm having so much fun. I love video games so much. What happens if both players lose their castle piece at the same time? I'm sure the game didn't account for that. I hope I don't have to clear 3 rounds for this, because it was talking about that. Oh, come on. It's a little precise for my tastes. And I was hoping it would be a little more realistic simulation of computerized catapult launches than whatever the fuck is going on here. They sure are proud of the fact that their video game system is a computer right up until it doesn't fucking do anything. Okay, that went over the wall. It gets harder to hit the closer you are to the end, I guess. Please. They couldn't afford signer exponents yet. Surely they could afford tables. Probably not. Probably too much for 192 kilobits of memory or whatever. Come on. It's just a tiny little piece of rubble. It's not even a wall anymore. There's your ear-piercing fanfare! Bro, it's over. That's rocks on the ground. That's not wall. I love how the winning guy grows, and you can see his trumpet big, and the little guy is, just a little white flag, and... Chat? How do I get this looking right? No, that's not it. Let's try that again. Come on. We gotta get better than that. No. I rarely use this. I'm trying my best here. Chat? Is that his dick? Okay, what's next? We're getting close to the end here. We have 5 games left. Or so. So this is that triple pack we were talking about earlier. We've got Speedway, Spinout, and Crypto Logic. Speedway, 1 or more players. You're racing a really mean machine against the clock in a high-speed maze of cars driven by the coolest hot foots in the world. I've tried Speedway. I'll have more thoughts when we're actually playing it. Spinout, 1 or more players. Explosive off-the-wall race action around a hazardous enclosed track. 2 different raceways. It's significantly less than 1 trillion raceways or whatever the fuck. Crypto Logic, 2 more players. Secret messages are scrambled by random transposition ciphers that come out differently every time. You have to outthink the computers. Crypto Logic is All My Apes Gone? No, Monkeyshines was All My Apes Gone. No, I guess they weren't gone. They were all on the screen. Never mind. Okay, so first I actually have to put the game in if we're going to play a video game. Oh! That's right. Random fucking letters. That's awesome. Oh. There we go. First one we're going to play is, of course, Speedway. We've got qualifying time trials where the speed levels are normal, and then the main event where the speed levels are doubled. So we're gonna do the time trials because I was having a hard enough fucking time with that. Are you having fun yet? I love video games! It's 3 games for the price of 1! That's $10 each! What a deal! This is just like Forza Motorsport, so true. This is it. This is the game. This is, like, actually just the game. See how far you can get in 2 minutes or whatever, and that's it. Mario Kart World had better watch out! Crank the volume up. No. It's bad enough. Oh, there's Mario Kart music. I couldn't tell. It's well-timed. We're gonna try that again, and we're gonna see what it was like at double speed. Oh, Jesus! Oh my fucking god! Why? 200cc. Oh my god, this is 500cc. This is 5 million cc. This is faster than the fucking speed of sound. Yeah, I'm supposed to play the game like this. Of course. Jesus Christ. I'm reminded of that one WarioWare microgame, that looks kind of like this simple graphics, and I think it's meant to be a throwback to one of the, color TV games that Nintendo put out before the NES. This is kind of just that. Whatever that game was. Maybe that game was a ripoff of this. Are those cars 4 sprites each? Pretty fancy. Oh yeah, you are right, aren't you? I didn't even realize that. These don't even have seams. That's impressive technology. That's more impressive than, Showdown in 2100 AD was. Yeah, that's it. That's Speedway. That's all of Speedway. Congratulations, you've seen Speedway. Alright, now we're gonna play Spinout. Press 2 on the alphanumeric keyboard for a 3-lap event. Press 3 on the alphanumeric keyboard for a 15-lap event. No. So there are 2 tracks. Those are 1 and 3. And there are 2 speeds, 1 and 2, or 3 and 4. We're gonna do slow speed on the first track. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Aren't you having fun, chat? Is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen? Realistic fucking gameplay. Realistic. Look at how the sprite of the diagonal car is smaller than the sprite of the upright car, because they only had 1 sprite per player. Do you have to press reset? Yes. You have to press reset every game. Okay, so we're gonna press 2. And we're gonna go to the other track, which is almost exactly the same. Pressing the action button makes you go faster! Oh my god, the speed is so fast I can barely get through those barriers! Oh my god! What if I lose control? The thrills! The chills! The excitement! I'm bored. What's next? We've got Crypto Logic. Press 4. Type any word or message up to 14 letters on the enciphering line. Okay, chat, can anybody figure out what I typed? So it just scrambles the letters, and the second player, who was hopefully not looking, has to figure out what is typed in. That's it. Oh my god. Okay. You know, I was hoping for a lot out of Crypto Logic with a game like Crypto Logic. And graphics like these. Look at that. Scramble! The E and the S are my colors, that's true. Does it make a funny noise when you win? The computer automatically displays the number of mistakes. Press the clear button to begin a new game. The screen will not clear until the correct solution is displayed by the player or computer. Okay. It says, ooh. Ooh. Alright, chat, what are we typing into this shit? We want to see some scrambles. We want to see some brambles. We want to see... like that. Toxicity. Toxicity. Actually, Magnavox would fit, wouldn't it? Let's try that again. Manga Box Odyssey. Oh my. Oh my. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Chat, that's me pressing enter, those boxes. Press enter. The message will be automatically scrambled by the computer. The transposition sequence will be different every time. Note, if the message is longer than 14 letters, the 15th and following letters will appear on the deciphering line, and the enter key will not function. In this mode, your TV screen serves as an electronic blackboard. We've turned our thing that we couldn't fucking sanitize our strings into a feature! Video games were a fucking mistake. Okay, that's another bust. That's another, like, I'm giving that one a 1 out of 10 just for the fact that it has 3 games. That's it. Oh, so it's really 4 games. Yeah, one of them is digital blackboard with 28 letters. Hooray! Jesus Christ. Thunderball! This one's gotta be good. It's pinball. Explosive pinball action, complete with thumper bumpers, digital scoring, and something new, shifting flippers that cover more playfield area. A wildly realistic pinball game, I'll be the judge of that. Thunderball has all the action, including thumper bumpers, digital scoring, and unique shifting flippers you can move to cover additional area. For even more fun, stretch out the excitement by playing Thunderball and Am I going insane, or are these getting more pathetic? This remarkable computerized pinball game does everything but collect your quarters! I'm gonna fucking explode. Normal ball game, press 1 or 2, 3, or 4 for the number of players. For a slow motion game, press 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Pull the joystick back and release. Look at these flippers. Bonus! Boner! Push the joystick to the left to shift the flipper coverage to the left, push it right to shift to the right. Okay. That's a little terrifying. Look at that key art. I love how they reuse the key art throughout the manuals to make the manuals, 4 fucking pages. Because otherwise it would be a little fucking flyer of text, and that's it. Flip this around. Hello, Mayor Kirby. Alright. This one's gotta be good. It's pinball. How can you fuck up pinball? Oh, look, the flippers do shift. It's fucking nothing, though. Okay, credit. This does feel like pinball. Like, at least a little bit. It's weird pinball, but it is nonetheless pinball. And shifting flippers, which do fucking nothing. Cause they're there because reasons, I guess. First game to feature a quadratic equation. I love how it spins around in the missing texture up there. It also just bounces really high forever and never slows down, which is great because it means I don't need to actually hit the flipper. I just need to shift the flipper. So it doesn't fall in the hole. That's all. Okay. I just had a really good round by complete accident then. It's either debug empty or it's the eraser from Mara Zero. Good timing on this music, too. It plays in the casino area of Knight's Journey of Dreams. Okay. I love how that's just a 1 over there. It's probably the wrong graphic, but it fits in a very funny way. Wonder what happens if you hit all the bumpers at the top. Thumper bumpers! Are we having fun yet, chat? You could play this for hours. You could play this for days. You could play this for 50 years, and it'd be the only video game you ever own. You could also not do that. Mario Zero Eraser was based on Debug Empty, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's not much to that one. We saw literally all of it already. The only other things are that you can play in slow motion. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see slow motion. Wow, games with Delta time in the year of our Lord 1980, or whatever the fuck. No, it literally just skips frames every frame. We're playing at half the frames, at half the FPS now. I can literally see the slideshow. Are we having fun yet, chat? Look, they all change different colors! Don't you like colors? Jesus Christ. $30 fucking dollars! Bullet time cheats! Oh my god. Bumper bumpers! Alright, what's next? There's only 3 more, so we're getting to the end here. UFO. Let me get this on screen here. UFO! Protect Earth from a sinister invasion of mysterious unidentified flying objects. $30. As mentioned, I'm not kidding. You're in command of an Earth Federation robot-controlled battlecruiser. Your mission is to protect Earth from endless swarms of unidentified flying objects. You're armed with a laser cannon and protected by an energized force field. I'm surprised they didn't spell out laser as well as UFO. But beware of what appear to be light-speed starships armed with computer-guided missiles. Advanced digital scoring with memory displays high player's name and score, as well as current player's score. Sync sound action, any number can play. Imagine the fact that you can display both the high score and your current score separately as a feature on the back of the fucking box! How do you play this fucking game? This godforsaken abomination. Press space on the alphanumeric keyboard to play. Of course. Why would it be anything less? Why would it be anything less? We're in space! Ship is armed with a laser cannon protected by an energized force field. You can move around. Fire in the direction indicated by the white dot on in your force field. White dot will rotate to aim with your ship. Okay, so this is asteroids. What we're looking at here is asteroids. Right hand control. Okay. So when you're not firing, you move faster. But you can just hold the fire button, which is nice. I also noticed that the aiming thing doesn't actually line up with where I'm aiming. Like, not even close. It just sort of rotates around me randomly. Oh my god, that's noises. Okay, so this is, again, one of the more video games that we've got here. And that rainbow destruction was me dying. Yes, I am the UFO. Amazingly enough. I'm the thing that is firing all over the place. Firing spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna splurts. He's bigger, faster, and stronger splurts. He's the first member of the US Federation. Splurts. There are also UFOs. There are a bunch of asteroids all over the place, but there are also the UFOs that we just saw that came up to us and made stupid fucking noises and died to the asteroids of their own volition. I didn't do that. So half the action is mitigated by the fact that they die to the asteroids on the screen. Private spurts of the Galactic Federation. Can you go off screen? No, you can't. I would love if you could wrap around, but that's probably too computationally expensive. Or not accurate to asteroids, I don't know which. Those are plates. Yes, of course. All UFOs are plates. You've seen UFOs, right? They're all plates. Your high score is per life. You can die as many times as you want, but your high score resets to 0 every time, so, just a score attack game. You could wrap an asteroid cell. Oh, wow! Okay. Have you noticed a recurring theme where all of these games seem to sort of miss what made their contemporaries good? There are a handful that kind of got it right. But even Billiards is wrong in very, very dumb and annoying ways. Listen, I'm just saying if I was of the age where my kids were playing video games, and this is what I saw on the screen, I would also be like, dude, why are you spending your entire life on video games when you could go outside? And that is my takeaway from this stream, is that that's why our parents were like this. Now I just want to play UFO 50. Exactly. And for that, you get 50 games. And they're all good. Oh, the wonders of modern conveniences. Now they make video games that look better than outside. Yeah! And now the people who played these games in their heyday are our US senators. Alright! One last non-board game. It's Volleyball! An electronic simulation so real you can even spike a shot! I would fucking hope so. It's Volleyball. If you can't spike, what's the point? Volleyball. Regulation 6-player teams. Fast, authentic action. The ball is served from outside the court. You can only score points on your own serve. You can pass the ball between your own players and even spike a shot. Play against another player or the computer itself. Digital scoring. Full sound sync sound action, sorry. 1 or 2 players. I'm sorry. This is one of the few times where you can't see it under the scuff. It's one of the few times where 1 or 2 players is exclamation mark. If you can't spike, why bother? Give it 4 or 5 years and we'd actually figure out things like melodies. Whoever put this in most recently, it's upside down. Which is wild because it's not just the cart. Even the insert that we looked at, the little Sears catalog, is also upside down in here for some fuck reason. Score! Press 1 on the alphanumeric keyboard. A full-size 59-foot volleyball court appears on your screen, along with 2 regulation 6-player teams. Digital scoreboard is at the lower part of the screen. I'd be afraid to be across a volleyball net for the Reginator. Very true. Play against another person or the computer. Tell the computer how many people are in the game by moving the joystick of the hand controls in any direction. The computer does not receive a signal from one of the hand controls. It will change the color. Yep. Hey, wait a minute. If neither of the hand controls is activated, the computer will change the colors of both teams and play itself. It's all real. Of course it is. Oh, the volleyball came to a stop. You've got to be kidding me. This is foosball pong. This is foosball pong with physics. Realistic volleyball! Foosball pong. I can't believe we went through all of that marketing and it's foosball pong. Are you kidding me? We've got this really nice looking graphics of down here. Rainbow. This is the only gay video game. I mean, this is a cute idea, honestly. Foosball Pong is something that I'm surprised I haven't seen more of, if I'm being completely honest. And this seems like a decent implementation. It's even got gravity, to what extent gravity can exist. And, yeah, that's it. Magnavox went woke. I mean, their logo over here is already rainbow. Like, if that's not... Hello? That's not anything. What the fuck was that? Yeah, that's not working like I hoped. Oh, well. Like, if that Magnavox logo over there on the right is not rainbow, then I don't know what it is. I need a way to zoom in on my own fucking stream feed, somehow. I'm assuming you spike by pressing the action button. Let me double check the manual here. I'm watching the computer players play this because I can't be fucked. If the player's not in motion on contact, the shot is missed. Interesting, alright. Spike a shot, press the action button as you hit the ball. Okay, this will increase this ball as it sharpens the angle of trajectory. Sure. Wow, the people do turn gay on a serve change. Case stole the rainbow from Magnavox. So sad. Oh. They don't call it be gay, do crimes for nothing. Other team got fruity real quick. There's nothing else to see here. You just, foosball pong. And it's kind of neat, but it's also just like you spent $30 on this, hoping for realistic volleyball action, and this is what you get. Yeah, alright. Oh, that did sharpen the angle of trajectory. Sure. There it goes. Alright. That brings us to our last game, which is one of the other board game that I have. We talked about this a little bit. It is... Conquest of the World! Behold the tape from somebody who really, really loved this game, honestly. There's actually missing pieces in this one because whoever played it a lot and really enjoyed themselves. So, I always love when something I've got in my collection is obviously well-loved, because it tells a story by itself. Alright, let's open this one up. Unboxing video. Got the key art on the inside. We've got our pieces. This is genuinely just Monopoly money. 500 bucks. And then we've got these little magnetic things in 2 colors. There's supposed to be 6. You can play this with up to 6 people. It is missing the other 4 colors, sadly. But at least we've got 2 full sets of yellow and blue, which are my favorite colors anyway. Conquest of the World! It's gold! You can tell it's a good game, because it's gold! Whatever. Open this up under here. Big-ass manual. Also gold. And, of course, the board. Mike, the board, please! Alright. So the way this game works is that it's a strategy war simulation of, like, if another world war were to happen. And, you can take control of certain geopolitical zones, and depending on which ones you have, it's, Webcam's bugging out again, my apologies. Of all the times... I'm gonna pull this out again, see if it fixes it. May just try to reconnect here in a moment. Actually, I'm just gonna try that now. There we go, we're back. There we go. Show this again. We've got our different geopolitical zones, and owning them all in a certain zone gives you a bonus or whatever. And of course, you win them by fighting them in wars on the television with the game console. Conquest of the World! No country ever lost a war by being too strong. Yeah, alright, whatever, dude. Is that... Who the fuck is that? Whatever. Conquest of the World represents a significant departure from traditional game design. The components have been designed to provide you with a very realistic model of the real world, to both electronically and graphically simulate strategic and tactical confrontation between world powers, which is why we made up a number for every single country that represents how much we like them. Electronic land, sea, and air forces can be deployed against each other in any combination, and are totally dependent on supplies, which are represented by energy units. The game board is a true-to-life model of the relationship between countries of the real world in the early 1980s. 43 countries have been divided into 11 polytectonic or geopolitical zones. Each country has been weighted with a power-based figure that reflects its capability to persuade other nations to conform to its wishes, by diplomatic coercion or by direct military force. Again, this is how much the Western world likes them. These figures are based on the formula created by Ray S. Klein, formerly Deputy Director of Intelligence for the CIA. Perceived power equals critical mass, population plus territory, plus economic capability, plus military capability, times strategic purpose, plus national will. Whatever the fuck that means. It's whoever has the most Monopoly money at the end of the game. And you win squares on Monopoly not by rolling a dice, but by battling them on here. You can either purchase the locations on the board outright, or fight them in a war, at which point you will win the amount of points displayed on the thing. So I could purchase Venezuela for 200 Monopoly money, or I could beat Venezuela in a war and win 200 Monopoly money if I win. That's how it works. That's literally it. That's the whole game. That's why you have a thick-ass manual to explain that. Most of it is probably, hopefully, describing how to play the game itself. But, one thing I've noticed, I mentioned these are magnets, right? The board is not magnetic, so the only thing you can really do with these magnets is fuck up the Odyssey 2 keyboard or some shit. Plugging national will into an equation! Yeah. I love politics. This was, like, hot off the Red Scare. People are still wondering when World War III is going to happen. I think the Vietnam War is current. Conquest of the World is the first game of its kind, so be ready for many unusual features. No. We've got submarines with bright key art and splatters. We've got planes with maps that look like Google Maps. Except they didn't have that back in the day, so they probably hand drew that. Every manual we've seen on this stream reads as if it was grafted out of used car salesmen's souls. They wanted this thing to sell so fucking bad. And honestly, a lot of commercials and stuff were like this back in the day, too. They looked like this, they sounded like this was the style at the time. Everybody wanted to sell you something. Advertising and televisions are new to culture, and they're trying to figure out how to sell you on things, and they haven't figured it out yet. I do love the aesthetic. Yeah, for real, all the art is really cute. And the fact that it's, like, properly formatted as a document across here with screenshots along the way, diagrams of the controllers and shit. I love shit like this. We lost this along the way in the jump to in-game tutorials and digital manuals for what few of those still exist. And yes, it's more intuitive for a game to have the manual inside of it as a tutorial, especially in the days where, like, you can buy a game cartridge and not the fucking manual and you don't know what you're fucking doing. Like, yes, that's good. That's all good and normal. But also, these manuals are fucking cool as hell. They're probably the best part of this whole thing. So this is how to play the 3 different ones. You can play submarines, you can play jets. 3, 4, several? I don't know. There are several different ways you can play this. And then, of course, the combined game, which you place your pieces on the board and you try to win the rest of them. And that's that. And you either fight with your opponents who own some of them, or you fight the computer who owns some of them. And, yeah. Scoreboard at the bottom to record however much score you've got. That's it. There's a rule for whoever's the last person to choose a homeland. Oh, here's what's going on. So there actually isn't an AI. If you are fighting an unoccupied country, some other player just defends the unoccupied country for them. First player to the left of the attacking player. Yeah. So that's all there is to that. There's not even an AI for this one. It's a lot of pages for what is ultimately a slight spin on Monopoly. And then, of course, the key art. This is what I used for the background of the stream promo image. It's really good looking. Their artists were doing a kick-ass job. I'll give them that. Let me start putting this back, because we're not going to need it. Or, actually, I am going to need the manual in case I need to figure out how to play tanks, submarines, blah, blah, blah. Tanks? There are tanks, right? I didn't just make that up? Yes, there are tanks. And it plays like tanks, unsurprising. That's not normal! Oh my! That's better. Alright, so this is, Submarines. If you are using left-hand control, press R for red. Then press S for submarine. These are 2,500 energy units. Now we press B for blue. We are also submarine and have 2,500 energy units. And depending on however much score you have during the game, this actually affects how much firepower you have when you're playing these, so that's at least kind of cute. Both players have programmed their weapons and energy units into the computer. Press Enter! We are now submarines. Oops. Yep, so this is what it looks like to play. Okay, so you can control your guided missiles to hit the other person's submarine, and then you win. The fireworks! Oh my god, the fireworks! Does it end? Hello? Wow, that just keeps going. I've had enough of that noise, Jesus Christ. Rainbow spiders escaping into orbit. Probably another reset it deal. Yeah, I think so. Oh, spacebar. Okay. Of course. There we go. Now we're programming it. Okay. It just has leftover data of whatever you were playing before. So now we're going to... Red. Plane. 25. Hundo. Now we're going to do blue. Plane. 25. 90. Oh. Whatever. Who cares? I reset it. Hooray. You would think clear would reset it, but no, space resets it, of course. What is it again? You press enter, I think? Yes. Oh. We're now planes. If you don't control your plane, it will fall to the ground. Your opponent wins automatically. Plane. Plane. So can you play this asynchronously then? Is that what's going on here? Red is now looping across the top of the screen. I don't think they accounted for that one. I hit the mountain because I went across the screen. We're now going to try tanks. And, this is about what you would expect. This is probably the most, like, normal one of the lot. We are just playing tanks. Die. Okay. So, I am now curious. Weapons can be programmed into the computer in any combination. Try using tanks versus planes, sub versus tanks, and planes versus subs. Let's try that. So we're gonna do planes on red, and submarines on blue. Okay. My bad. Let's try tanks and subs, because that seems like a fascinating combination. I'm gonna be sub, blue's gonna be a tank. Let's try that. So you can see it has created some more land, and the tank is only able to fire in 8 directions. However, I have guided fucking missiles, which is a little broken compared to every other weapon. It does kind of burn through your energy units, though, I think. So that might be what's going on there. And then, planes versus tanks, which you can imagine what's going on there. That's pretty much it for this one. You just participate in those computer-simulated battles and win money and land and attempt to take control of the entire fucking universe. Or really, you just play until somebody wins a certain amount of influence, or whatever. So that's that for board games and video games for the Magnavox Odyssey 2. I think this is a cute little console. It's, man, they really didn't figure out the game design for this, did they? It kind of concerns me how many games were like, oh, this is a knockoff of a thing that already exists. You think it would be really easy to knock it out of the park and just do it better than they did, at least a little bit, right? No. They cut corners and took shortcuts on just about goddamn every game we've played tonight. There were only a handful of standouts, and they were standouts. And the board games are cool in concept. But compare this to the Atari, which was contemporaneous. And the fact that you could play fucking home arcade versions of Pac-Man and Dig Dug and Donkey Kong, and then you've got proper Space Invaders and Centipede and all the other classics that we've come to know and love from the arcades directly onto the Atari, and it's easy to see why this didn't succeed. That said, the handful of unique things that it had were very unique and very cool, and I want to give it credit for that, because it's actually really, really fun, those handful of things. Being able to program your own levels into Casey's Krazy Chase is fucking awesome! You didn't get that back in the day. That's one of the most standout parts of tonight. But just in a general sense, it was very much a copycat of what everybody else was trying to do all at once. It's trying to be a computer. It's got this fucking keyboard. It's not a computer. There are a handful of computer programs for it that we didn't get to see tonight because I don't have them. It's not a computer. It doesn't work like a computer. It works more like a games console that happens to have a keyboard on it. And to that end, I would say it's the worst of every world. It's the worst of a games console because it only has so much computing power. It's the worst of a computer because the keyboard kind of sucks. And the fact that it's more geared towards games means that it doesn't really have computing power. the best it has going for it are weird hybrid board games, which are admittedly really cool. I would have a lot of fun DMing Quest of the Rings for somebody. Though they probably wouldn't have fun fighting the dragons or anything. And the handful of unique games that it had to its name. And even those were kind of derivative. I don't think anyone remembers this thing as a computer. It only got any press these days in retro gaming communities. See, that's true, but you have to remember Europe, where things like the Commodore 64 existed, and those were also trying to be built as computers. That was what sold the most in Europe, was things like that. So, it trying to build itself like that was, in fact, a smart move. It just didn't have any of the firepower or processing power or design of anything of its contemporaries, really. Just a handful of unique ideas and a lot of really admittedly fucking cool instruction manuals and boxes. It is a console and computer that is cooler in concept than it actually is in execution. And now one last time, now that we've played all of our games, I want to see what the no game inserted looks like. That sure got corrupted, huh? And that could really sum up the stream tonight. Alright, I've talked my ass off about this. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I've done so much talking tonight. Once again, I'd like to give a shout out to Apex for finally taking this over the finish line. Some ways that we were trying to get this to capture involved using a VCR and piping the RF input through that, but that didn't end up working out. Really fuzzy video signal, unfortunately. But Apex, when he was here, was able to get it modded with a composite out, so we could actually do this stream. And I'm really, really grateful, because this has been in the works for 8 years. 8 goddamn years! So I'm happy it's done, and I'm happy I got to show it, and I'm happy that now I've got a way that I can stream this again if I want to. Maybe the games will come up on Fortune Cookie or something. Before I go for good, I'd like to shout out the fact that my partner is going to be doing a little companion stream to this, playing her Atari, which Apex also modded for us to have composite out. So, look forward to that sometime in the next few days. We'll get to see what it looked like to play actually good video games. I mean, what? But, her channel is twitch.tv/harmonyfriends. Let me shout that out real quick. Sylveon.gay, thank you. You changed your name. I forgot about that. There we go. So if you want to watch the Atari stream, you should go follow her. And look out for more streams from me on the horizon. I've got a bunch more unique stuff like this. Not necessarily as cool as an Odyssey 2 or as old, but I've got, like... I've never watched the TF2 videos, Meet the Heavy. I'm going to be doing that in a voice call with some friends pretty soon. I'm going to be playing Donkey Kong Country 2, which I've never played. And I've got a bunch of shovelware and shit to play as well in some themed showcases, so look forward to those. As for me, my throat's dry. I'm out of water. I need to get more water. I'm fucking thirsty. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Everybody take care. Oh, there's so much shit. So much physical shit to dig around. Dick.